Oh, hey everybody. High Octane Podcast. We are back. I'm your host, Bob.
And I'm your co-pilot, Serge.
Let's go. All right, like I said, High Octane Podcast. We are back. Serge is back with me for the third week running,
Yes, sir.
and he affectionately likes to call himself my co-pilot, which is fine.
Backseat driver, co-pilot,
No,
whatever it is.
totally. A co-pilot is accurate because you're sitting next to me. So.
I'll drive this thing, man. Give me the wheel, dude.
Anyway, we are back. Like I said, we're kind of going to do the same thing we did last week. We're just going to talk kind of some random shit. And I found a few short lists that we're going to talk about. We're going to kind of run down and talk some shit about. A couple things that I found are just going to go quick. Just kind of like current event type stuff. Something that we talked about last week. We're going to kind of talk about something a little bit different. California is taking a different approach to license plates. We talked about the digital ones last week and how Michigan's gonna like gouge people on the prices of them and everything.
Yeah.
Well, California, actually, hold on one second. We're gonna do the "What Are We Drinking" segment real quick. So we're gonna do that. So what are we drinking? Okay. I'm pretty sure I've probably drank this on the show before, but this is just what I picked up today. We are both drinking Maker's 46 from the Maker's Mark Distillery in Kentucky. Everyone knows Maker's. Even if you're a very novice drinker, you know Maker's.
It's good stuff, man.
It is very good. It is a wheated bourbon. The 46 is all that means is it's aged a little bit longer, and then it's finished with French oak staves, both of which are supposed to add flavor, and the longer aging kind of mellows it out a little bit more. Same proof, similar flavor profile, but it's very good.
It is very good. And
cheers, my friend, and don't drink and drive. Okay, so back to California. All right, this is the first thing we're going to talk about.
Well, they got California's just taking a shit in general, man.
California's a joke.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It is. All right, so California is going to consider doing stick-on license plates. Yes, you heard it right. You heard it here. Stick-on license plates, which I don't think it's a terribly bad idea.
It's a horrendous idea.
I don't think it is.
Dude,
it's gonna look like shit.
Dude, the fraud that's gonna come through that shit is gonna be horrendous.
Yeah, there's gonna be definite fraud.
Like people are gonna make their own shit up. Look,
but
Sam, 1, 2, 3, 4.
But at the same time, a lot of people that live in states that require front license plates, they don't like it because it ruins the front end of their car, the look of it. You have to drill holes in your bumper. You have to put that stupid frame on it. And then, you got the license plate, obviously. But I don't know. This is going to be significantly cheaper than the digital version, what Michigan's going to do, and some other states. I think this is going to be like $85. I read, $85.
Dude, it's a horrible fucking idea.
I mean, at least they're trying to come up with new ideas. You're right, though. There is going to be a lot of fraud, a lot of counterfeit, whatever you want to call it, because all at the end of the day, it's just a piece of plastic that sticks to your bumper.
How's the radar going to read that shit? I don't even know. Like, what the fuck?
It's not necessarily radar; it's traffic cameras.
Listen, it's California. Just leave them alone. They're becoming their own state, like Alabama,
pretty much.
Their own country.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
So that's just horrendous.
But the shit part about California is once they start doing something, everyone else adopts what they start doing, and it's annoying.
Just because they're stupid.
They were the first. I think they were the first state to legalize pot. for recreational use. They're the first state to do a lot of things, and then everyone else kind of just very sheeply follows suit, you know. So
I don't know, man. I think it's just a bad idea.
I
Completely.
think they're all bad ideas. I think that digital shit's a bad idea because it's so expensive. I think this is a bad idea because of, like you said, all the counterfeiting that's going to happen.
I mean, I like the fact that you have an exotic car, or you have a muscle car that you've restored or whatnot, and you don't want to drill into the bumper. I get it. That's
Exactly.
perfectly done.
Exactly.
But man, I just see way too many issues with this. Way too many issues.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're definitely going to have problems with counterfeiting, and they're probably going to have to come up with a way, like they do with money. They're going to have to make it reflective or put a watermark on it or something stupid like that to counteract counterfeiting and all that bullshit.
Something only the police officers can, when they
Right,
tag
right.
it pops up. There's like, oh, it's legit.
Yeah, some kind of like UPC barcode, whatever thing, or I don't know.
They can go the Disney route, dude. Okay, so listen to this real quick. They could do a little sensor chip at the bottom of a cup. So you buy a cup at Disney, like at a restaurant, and you want to go refill it. The machine reads it and won't let you refill your drink. You have to go back to the counter and pay for the refill. So you can't even like walk up there and like try and like get an extra drink, like you used to be. Now you have to actually pay for the refill.
Okay, I mean that's something they could do something like that for sure.
Yeah, that's I can see them doing some kind of like center thing inside of it to keep all those beautiful people from making fake plates.
I don't know. I think front license plates are stupid. Period. But that's just me. I mean, you got traffic cameras all over the place. You can pick up the back one. Fuck off with your front license plate.
That's true.
But I found this, and I know we talked about the digital ones last week. So that's the only reason I pulled this one up. It's a stupid idea. It's going to look dumb. So whatever. The next thing I wanted to talk about is actually very, very interesting to me anyway. It is all of the current driver assist technology, like the autonomous technology, how many accidents that technology has caused.
Oh, well.
So we're going to talk about that real quick.
Should I guess how many?
No, because you can see it on the screen.
Can I? I haven't seen the screen yet. But
okay, well, it's not on here, so guess.
For per year?
I actually don't know. I haven't.
I'm going to go. It causes 1,000 accidents a year.
Okay, you're very high.
Am I very high?
This is over a 10-month period.
All right. So what do we got?
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has done I guess a study, and it is called. They have this level 2 advanced driver assist technology, which is the level 2 autonomous technology. It's caused 392 accidents in 10 months.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad. But what's interesting is they break it down by manufacturer.
Oh, Tesla's on top, baby. They got to be on top.
You're right, but the level of their topness is insane
compared to who? Fucking Prius.
I haven't.
What was Prius? Honda.
Well, the Prius is a hybrid, and I don't think it has autonomous technology yet. But I very briefly looked at the list. I don't know what all manufacturers are on it, so we're about to find out right now.
Oh, let's see this shit.
Tesla, out of 392, account for 273.
They're at fucking what? 95%. Awesome. Great
job,
guys.
It's insane. Okay, so the rest, the next highest is Honda with 90. And then the next highest is Subaru with 10. Then Toyota with 4. No, Ford with 5. Toyota with 4. BMW 3. General Motors 2. And then the rest on this list are 1. Which the rest are...
Hyundai doesn't count. They suck.
Aptiv, I have no fucking clue what that is.
Lucid.
Hyundai, Lucid, Porsche, and Volkswagen. All with 1.
Well, Porsche just got into the game, so they're going to go up here soon.
Oh, most definitely. And they're owned by Volkswagen, so...
That's not... GM's not that bad.
No, General Motors only has two. Their autonomous system is the best on the market right now.
Obviously, it's fucking
That
better than
ultra
Tesla.
that fucking Ultra Cruise is insane, dude. It's absolutely insane.
You know what I was just thinking? It's all those people in the backseat of the Tesla watching fucking
That's
Shrek.
exactly that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's these idiot Tesla owners that are putting 100% faith in the autopilot system, and it's junk. It's absolute garbage. Garbage.
They're in the back watching Shrek, eating their fucking Taco
It's
Bell
so stupid, dude. It's so stupid. These Tesla drivers, you get your shit together.
while drinking their mocha choco latte from
your
Starbucks.
Your $17 coffees, you douchebags. It's just the disparity is insane. And actually, let me see. Let's see. Okay, Tesla, 200. Well, this says 272. This says 273. It doesn't matter, but I think. Let's see. 98 crashes were. An injury was reported. 5 serious, 6 involved fatalities. Now that doesn't. It doesn't say where all those came from, what manufacturers those came from. But
I'm going to go with
Tesla. Most likely Tesla.
When you own 95% of that market,
that's so ridiculous.
You're fucked.
Ridiculous. When your next closest manufacturer is at 90, which that's still a lot. That's pretty bad, though. 273 in 10 months.
But you also got to think about it like this. Tesla has been in it for a while now. All their cars are electric. They're all autonomous. So,
well,
I mean...
Well, yeah.
Of course, they're going to have the most out of everybody else, but still, they should be better than everybody else.
Well, Tesla's been around longer than the autopilot system's been around. Autopilot hasn't been around 100% of the time since Tesla's been on the market. But you're right. Tesla's been around in the fully electric game for 14, 15 years. And yeah, they should be the best.
And I'm going to tell you something. Autopilot has been around since the beginning of cars. You know what it is? Everybody knows this. It's called your knee. You drive with your knee.
Well, technically, I'm guilty of it.
Oh,
well, we all are. At one point or another, every single person that's driven a car is driven with their knee.
I drove this morning with my knee, and my son was like, "Daddy, your truck is driving by itself. That's so crazy." I said, "I know, it's cool, huh?"
That kid's crazy as hell. Take this for what it's worth. I just found it pretty interesting, especially when I saw the graph and they broke it down by manufacturer. I'm very, very glad to see GM only 2. Ford at 5. That's nothing. Lucid is brand new to the market period, so I'm not taking that. That shouldn't even count. They've literally just started selling to the freaking public.
No, it should just be Honda and Tesla up there. GM is they've been in the market, but they're starting to get their shit together. So you're going to see more of their stuff going.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Super Cruise has only been around for a few years, and they just upgraded it to the Ultra Cruise. Now, the difference that I work for GM, I know the difference. Now, when the Super Cruise first came out, it was a semi-autonomous technology. It would speed you up, slow you down, keep you within a certain distance of the car in front of you. It would emergency brake for you, and it would semi-steer for you in like the highway or on the highway. That's all it would do. It couldn't make lane changes. It couldn't make turns in the city and all that bullshit. But the Ultra Cruise, it's not a major upgrade. It still won't drive the car for you 100%. But in the ideal conditions, it will drive. Speed up, slow down, keep you in the lane, certain distance car in front of you. But this time, with this technology, it'll make lane changes. I don't know 100% of what it'll do, but it's an upgrade from the Super Cruise, and it's as you can see, very advanced, very good, and very safe. Don't know if I would really feel comfortable with it because it would just be weird to me.
The only cruise control I'm using or self-driving is my knee. That is it, buddy.
Another cool thing about Super Cruise, which has a major advantage over autopilot, is there's a sensor bar on the steering wheel.
Okay.
And if you take your eyes off the road for too long,
It flashes red.
well, it'll start to flash red. But if you don't return to the road, it'll kick you out of Super Cruise, Ultra Cruise, whatever the hell you want to call it. It won't just keep driving.
See, that's a good safety feature because even my truck, which is a 2016, has the feature if you take your eyes off the road, even though you're driving the truck, it will automatically flash red and apply the brakes slightly.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it does that.
Who commented? Who are you? Who commented? Oh, it's my brother. People are still gonna Oh yeah, absolutely. People are the problem. 100%.
When all fails, use your knee.
There's also another failsafe with the Ultra Cruise. There's a camera pointed at your eyeballs.
Isn't it sitting in the?
It's up on
camera.
It's up on the. I don't know where it is.
That's where my camera. Like you can see it. It's in the rear view mirror.
That might be.
It's got a camera, and then it actually. I've tested it. I've been driving, and when it notices, I'm like on my phone. I'm looking down for, like you said, a period of time of maybe 30 seconds. It will flash red. You see it through the windshield because the
heads-up display.
The heads-up display.
Yeah.
It flashes red multiple times. And then you can feel the truck slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, that's the safety feature.
And then it's like, hey, idiot.
Time
to get back to it.
These cameras in the Ultra Cruise equipped vehicles, they can see through sunglasses to see your eyeballs.
That's some Superman shit.
That's exactly what it is.
That's great.
It can see through sunglasses to make sure that you're still watching the road. And like I said, if your eyes are off the road for too long, it'll kick you out of Ultra Cruise.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you need that kind of safety.
Absolutely.
Tesla.
Yeah. 273 crashes in 10 months, you douchebags.
Get those guys in the back from watching Shrek to get back up front.
Dumbasses.
Get them.
Assholes.
Fucking guys.
Anyway, that's it. That's going to do it for that one. That's the only reason I pulled that one up, because I wanted everyone to see the disparity and
that's so crazy, dude.
The shittiness of autopilot. Okay, so you know the GMC Hummer, right?
Yeah. We talked about it a few times already. Right. With this crazy ass torque that they're talking about.
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it Sunday at the soccer game.
Yeah.
So the initial release is going to be, which I still find very strange, that the first year that they are going to release them, it's going to be the top of the line model, trim, whatever the hell you want to call it, the most expensive, the most powerful, the most whatever.
Yeah, they're top of the line Bentley fucking Hummer. Yeah, everything you want in it.
Okay, so the initial price of this thing was going to be $115,000. Right. Well, they just raised the price.
Yeah, due to inflation, we're at 8.7%.
$6,300 they raised the price. It's insane, dude. $6,250. I'm sorry.
That's not bad.
$50 off. It's incredibly insane.
No, it's only $6,000.
Yeah, well, I mean, people that are going to buy these things aren't.
You're going to save the $6,000 on the fuel that you're not going to purchase. That's at fucking $6.
You were already going to save $6,000 on the price or on gas. But yeah, I guess it's probably due to inflation.
Yeah, of course it's due to fucking inflation. Everything costs more.
It's only going to affect reservations made on or after June 18th, 2022, which has already passed. Increased cost of production and distribution of the vehicle.
Okay, so you want to know what pisses me off about hearing that is that they're going to raise it because of the inflation, okay? So they got to make some money back up. That's fine. But inflation, let's say it lasts a year to 2 years, okay, at the most. Are they going to take that fucking $6,000 back off and bring it back down? I guarantee.
I guarantee they won't.
They leave that shit on there.
I guarantee they won't because people are still going to pay it.
Because they're assholes.
No, it's not. They're not assholes. Well, they are, but from the business side, if they still see a decent number of reservations after June 18th, they're going to charge it. They're still going to charge it because people are still willing to pay it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? If people weren't willing to pay it, they couldn't charge it.
No, I understand that, but I mean,
It's a
there's got to be a freaking point to where, like, dude, this enough's enough,
no,
man.
I get it. It's
You
a
know what I'm
dick
saying?
move.
Enough's enough. Like, I understand it at the time that we're in now, but you should be able to drop it off if you are, worried about your consumer and all about your fucking consumer.
No, I get
We're
it.
the ones who buy the cars. If we stop buying your shit, you're not making anything and you don't have a job.
That's well,
So
the Hummer doesn't affect me, but
get your shit together,
the
GM.
Hummer doesn't affect me. It's built in Michigan. I don't care about the Hummer.
I'm just saying in
No,
general.
I get it. I get it.
In general,
I get it.
It is still
Apparently,
badass. Though.
apparently the 001 VIN number Hummer EV sold for $2.5 million. It's ridiculous.
At an auction, probably.
Yeah, most definitely at an auction. I guarantee that money went to charity.
Well, that's cool though.
That's typically what they do when they send the number one VIN number vehicle to an auction, and they sell it. That's typically where that money goes.
Well, didn't they do that with the first ZR1 from?
Yeah. 09?
Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
And they sold for like over $1 million.
It sold for I think right at $1 million.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's going for charity. It's a good thing.
Yeah,
No,
and a lot of time Rick Hendrick buys those cars, and yeah, that money goes to charity. So that's pretty cool.
yeah, if I had the money, I'd do it and put it in like my garage and just have it there as a display.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't never drive anything he buys.
So I get it.
But it's a 7.8% price increase. So take that for what it's worth. If you already had a Hummer on a reservation, good for you. If you were thinking about it, maybe rethink it. If not, or if this doesn't bother you, fucking go for it.
I don't see it as a big of an issue because it's only $6,000 and $6,000 over, if you're going to finance a car over 6 years or 7 years, 84 months, it's really not that much.
Sorry.
Well,
yeah,
really
in the grand
much.
scheme,
if you are
financing, yeah, it's not going to raise your price that much, but
still,
this thing's incredibly insane. I've seen videos of it accelerating. I've seen videos of it crab walking, and
I mean, I would buy that. If I was in the market for an electric truck, I would buy that.
I would definitely look at it. Sure.
Look, it's badass, dude.
It looks like a Hummer. It really does.
It looks better than that H2 shit that came out.
The H2
was horrendous.
The H2 was terrible. The H3 was even worse.
That's as close as you can get to an H1 to me.
I like it a lot. You could take all the roof panels off. Like I said, it can crab walk. You can raise and lower the suspension.
You know what I would use that for?
It's insane.
I'd use that for work. I'd be that douchebag that pulls up to the job site in a fucking electric Hummer. Eating my cheese and crackers, by the way.
Pretty funny. You'd have a charcuterie board in the console.
Fuck yeah.
It's cool as shit. It's expensive as shit. It's powerful as shit. It's fast as shit.
I really want to know about the torque.
For a 9,000-pound truck to accelerate to 60 in 3 seconds, it's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, the power that it has.
It's just crazy insane. I can't wait to see one in person. Now, all right. So you remember how big the H2 was, right? How gigantic it was?
Yeah.
This thing makes that thing look like an H3.
Yeah, because it's just...
It's incredibly, insanely big. It's just... I can't even begin to describe it. Like I saw like a line drawing of the GMC Hummer on top of an H2 Hummer. Dude, it's incredible how big this thing is.
To me, that looks like what Hummer should be, like an H1.
Yeah. Look at the interior, dude.
That is crispy.
It's insane.
That is crispy.
I like it a lot. I really do.
Like that.
Like, okay. A little bit of a sidetrack, really quick. I saw a Rivian at Cars and Coffee this month. They had one on display, all opened up. The interior was illuminated and everything.
Yeah.
Why is it that all these new manufacturers, Rivian, this new GMC Hummer, all these new manufacturers, the Lucid, why is it that they can come up with these really, really nicely put together interiors, but General Motors, Ford, all these other manufacturers that have been around for 100 plus years can't do that? Why is that?
Man.
I mean, current models, they've done a good job with upgrading the interiors, but up until then, why have they not been able to do that?
I think they've just been trying to get as much money as possible selling crap. And now that everybody else has completely changed the interior game,
That's what I'm
they've
saying.
had no choice but to do it. Because now, you take my 2016 GMC Denali. Okay, it's the same fucking interior that was in your Camaro. That's the same interior that's in the Corvette. It's got the same screen. It almost looks they almost all the cars almost look the exact same.
That's what I'm saying.
Inside.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no difference.
It's all parts bin bullshit. And
they're trying to make it as cheap as possible and sell it for as much money as possible.
Okay, I'll give you guys a prime fucking example of what I'm talking about. 2005 was the first year for the C6 Corvette.
Yeah.
It shared a steering wheel with a Cavalier.
Fucking balls.
It had the same steering wheel as a $12,000 Cavalier.
Hey, I like my 2012 Chevy Cavalier. This shit was tight.
That's fine. But it shouldn't have the same steering wheel as a Corvette.
Well, they're all sharing
Ever
now.
It doesn't matter. The Corvette is their flagship vehicle. That's their top of the line, creme de la creme, whatever the hell you want to call it, from Chevrolet. And It shared the steering wheel with the Cavalier.
Like, it goes back to my point. They're sitting there and they're like, well, we just built this awesome fucking car. We need to save some money. Let's just throw this shitty ass steering wheel in there. Call it a day.
I understand saving money where you can. Don't do it in the interior where your consumer spends 99% of their time is inside the car. Dumb.
No, like, I get it. But you take the new GMC with the new interior is phenomenal.
Oh, it's great.
Phenomenal. Now Cadillac, they all got the same interior.
Look at this
but
shit.
It's phenomenal. Look, that is phenomenal,
that is
man.
Retarded good.
But they had no choice because everybody else was doing it in GM and all the other manufacturers, Ford,
God,
Dodge,
look at that.
They all had to get up.
Look at that fucking screen, man.
That
Jesus.
huge, dude.
That's incredibly insane. I completely hear what you're saying. They had to up their game.
They had no choice. If they want to sell cars, they got to get better.
Yep. And they
go back down to, let me see look at the.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. It's incredible.
Now, see, look, the center console right there. It's still the same as my GMC truck, the white with the black, but just got the charging station on top. It's the
that's
same
fine. That's
design.
fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. Because look at the dash layout. It's so nice.
No, it's beautiful.
It's
incredible. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And it's still big and bulky, like the Hummer should be.
Now that I'm looking at that steering wheel reminds me of the Grand Wagoneer.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, and that heads-up display, not the speedometer, the other display, that one,
the infotainment
center, looks like the one off the Lincoln Navigator Black Label.
I have not seen it, so I don't know, but I'll take your word for it. I don't care. This is a nice interior.
It's beautiful. So the Lincoln Navigator Black Label is like their $100,000 Lincoln.
Yeah.
And it's got like massaging seats, and it's like 100% plush.
Now I have seen the seats. I'm not a fan of the seats of the Navigator. They're too. I don't really know how to describe it. I know they move every fucking way you can move a seat.
Yeah, it's like
23-way power seats or some bullshit.
I think they said it was 36 adjustable.
Whatever it is, it's awesome. It's overkill.
It's not overkill.
I don't like the design of the seats. I just don't.
Listen, every guy out there who's a car guy will be on my side. If you're going to spend $100,000 on a truck or anything, I want those seats to massage my balls. Why I drive?
Well, you can have them massage your balls without over fucking designing the damn things, and I think that's what they did.
I'm just saying.
I get it. Mass production of that scale equals cheaping out. You're 100% correct. 100%. But
that's
also,
why they do it.
the Corvette's not mass produced. It's not a limited run or like a low production, but it's not on the scale of a Malibu or an Impala. They're only making 5,000, 10,000 a year. That's not mass production. So you don't have to cheap out on a fucking steering wheel. Stop it. Even in the later C6s. They had the Malibu steering wheel. Not as bad. Still not great.
Still shitty.
Yep. And it wasn't even that nice of a design. Trust me. I sat in a C6 Corvette and I was disgusted at what I looked at.
Damn.
I can't do it.
Disgusted.
The interior of the C5 and the C6, garbage.
No, I like the C7.
C7 interior, they got it right, or they got it
good.
better. The C8, immaculate interior. I love the C8's interior.
The C8, they destroyed the game with the C8. The C8's the best looking American-made car that looks like an exotic. The C8's amazing. Everything that has to do with the C8 is amazing.
Yeah,
everything,
they knocked it out of the park. And for the money, fuck, get the hell out of here.
Not only do you get one trunk space, you get two trunks.
Yeah, because it has a frunk.
What other freaking exotic has two trunks? Not a fucking one of them.
Nope, not a single one.
And
you're lucky to get any kind of fucking cargo space in an exotic.
And their target top actually folds down into it.
Yeah.
Like the Lamborghini, their convertibles, you have to actually unhook it yourself and put it in the front trunk. And then you don't have a trunk.
Nope.
Then you got shit.
That's it. So good on the Corvette engineers for that.
And you don't have cup holders. Did you know that? There's no fucking cup holders.
Junk in the front. Shut up, Chris. You asshole. Okay, so this next thing, everybody's pissing and moaning about gas, right?
Yeah, gas sucks balls.
Oh, gas is expensive.
I spent $169 filling my truck up from empty with 20 cents a discount too, by the way.
God.
That was diesel. $6 a gallon.
That's insane. Insanity.
My wife calls me up. She goes, "What the fuck did you spend $170 on?" I said, "Babe, that was called diesel."
That's called gasoline.
Okay, that's what that shit is.
Part of the reason why I got rid of the Camaro was gas. I put gas in the Audi when we went to the soccer game. I didn't fill it up. I just put $50 in, but that got me a half a tank.
$50 got them half. $80 gets me a quarter tank.
$50, half a tank. That's a 4-cylinder, people. All right, that's fucked up,
dude. I'm gonna go see David at the freaking Amish country and get a horse and buggy, man.
That's probably what it's gonna come to.
You want to hear something funny? So I took my brother out to the Amish to get him some wood. Sidetrack. And there's like a convoy of Amish kids in their buggies with all canoes strapped to the top of the roof. They just came back from the lake, dude. I was like, that's going to be me, my buddy Bob.
I'll go.
That's going to be everybody. We're all going to be horse and buggy in this shit.
As long as I got somewhere to park it, I don't care.
Because you won't be able to afford an EV because they're too expensive. And you won't be able to afford gas because they ain't going to make no more. So we're all fucked.
All right, well, I'll revert back to, the wild, wild west. I don't care. I don't know how to ride a horse, but I'll learn.
Shit.
Never been on one.
I ain't getting on no damn horse.
Okay, so I bring this up because Norway pays $10 a gallon right now. They're paying $10 a gallon.
That's not bad. That's horrendous.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of money they use. I don't know if they're using euros or pounds or whatever.
$10 a gallon. That's fucking crazy.
$10 a gallon in Norway. Okay, hang on. Oslo, Norway, their unleaded fuel, 27 kroner a liter. Oh, I haven't shared it. Hang on.
Share the screen.
Hang on. Let me share. My bad.
You guys got to see this shit. It's horrendous.
I forgot. Hang on a second. 2 HP.
2 horsepower. That's actually 4 horsepower because they got 2 legs in the front and 2 legs in the back.
That's funny. Okay, so we're talking about Norway and how much they pay in for gas right now. They use kroner as currency. I have no clue what that is, but according to this, in Oslo, unleaded gasoline right now is 27 kroner a liter. And there's 4 liters in a gallon, roughly. That's about $10.30 a gallon. That's insanity.
A lot of that has to do with the shit that's happening in Russia.
Well, I get that. They're a lot closer. Yeah. It's alternatives to Russian fuel and gas, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But holy shit balls.
That doesn't surprise me. You know which is worse?
Oh, here's Chris.
Is that
turn your video on, dick.
Yo,
Admin privileges, bitch.
Oh, you're good, dude. Anytime you want to come in here.
What's
I'll
up,
give it-
fellas?
Oh, another beautiful day.
Yeah,
Another-
hot
another
as
Wednesday.
balls, Get the fuck out of here with this shit.
No,
Dude.
I like this heat.
$10 a gallon, bro. What do you think?
Well, the funny thing is that that's actually why I wanted to hop in here because I don't mind responding in the chat, but I know you're like me when our show's going on. You're more focused on the show, and like sometimes my responses lag behind. So when you started talking about the gas thing, I wanted to hop in here because I was actually reading a story. I think it may have been on MSN or something like that, but they were interviewing this guy in South Korea, and they're paying like the equivalent of like $12.50, almost $13 a gallon for fuel over in South Korea. It's just insanity. What it is it's a combination. Like a lot of it is higher taxes in some of these countries. Like over in Scandinavia, same thing. Europe, same thing. Korea, same thing. But also, unlike the United States, outside of the major metropolitan areas, they have a lot more. Of course, like South Korea is a hell of a lot fucking smaller than we are naturally. So, but they've also got a lot more public transportation. So a lot more people take like the bus and shit like that. So there are a lot fewer people on the road in their regular commuter cars. So they're kind of those people are kind of
cities.
Right. So the people who have their own cars are kind of biting the bullet for the fact that there is more mass transit.
Right.
So and that was
So
another thing I was going to say, like in the islands, when we go down to the Caribbean, like Grand Caymans, they've been at $15 a gallon. They've been paying that higher price already for gas because they're on the islands. They got to get all their fuel shipped in.
Yeah. It's the same in our aunt lives in Hawaii, and I think they're paying like what, between $6 and $7 a gallon right now.
Yeah. So it's
total
and chaos, man.
And the funny thing about that is like when we went on our honeymoon back in 2016, Aunt Amy, she said, oh, just be prepared for some sticker shock and everything. And when we went there back in 2016, so you're talking 6 years ago, granted, stuff wasn't, pre-pandemic, all this shit, so we went out there ready to pay, $4. Gas was $2.79 a gallon in Hawaii in 2016 while we were there.
And that's sticker shock.
That's what I'm saying. Because it was sticker shock. It was sticker shock in the other direction because I was like ready to pay like $4 a gallon. We had, of course, the car that we had rented, it was a Ford Focus, I believe. But this thing was almost brand new. So for what it was a relatively nice car. But we were tooling around the island for 8 days. It was. It had a full tank when we got it. We had to make sure before we returned it back to the airport because that's where the the rental car place is. We had to make sure it was full when it went back. But there's gas stations everywhere, especially in Honolulu because that's it's the major metropolitan area there on the island of Oahu. So there's gas stations everywhere. But $2.79, $2.85, shit like that. So the sticker shock wasn't at the gas pumps. It was still at the grocery stores as you would expect.
Milk, you spent like $4 on a Coke.
Yeah, milk was about $5 a gallon. So
Holy
there was
Jesus.
Well, like Sergio said, that shit's brought over on a goddamn barge.
Yeah,
when we were in the Grand Caymans, they were paying $15 for milk, and gas was right around the same price.
Yeah,
and that was 2016, 2017, same time.
Mm-hmm.
So even when I went in 2019, the prices were still through the roof.
Yeah,
crazy.
I get all that. Everything has to be imported, and you're landlocked and all that bullshit. But I don't know. It's just the gas is getting out of hand.
It's definitely out of hand. You guys were talking about how much you guys are paying for gas, so I've got the truck with that, 5.7 liter Hemi in it too. So I'm paying like $75 a week for like 5/8 of a tank.
Yeah. That truck drinks gasoline.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Hemis
drinks gasoline.
The Hemis don't. They don't.
It's like I'm thirsty.
They don't like. They don't like big MPG.
Yeah, and Bob, me, I don't drive like a bat out of hell either. So
No, you don't.
So still, And hell, that was even bumping it back down to regular, because for a while, the first year and a half I had it, I was putting premium in it because the previous owner was doing it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just keep doing it. But at some point I was like, I gotta make some sort of sacrifices. So I went from 93 to 89, and then at one point I said, fuck it, I'm just going all the way down to 87.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't really noticed that much of
I think
a change in performance or anything, but it's still $75 a week.
I think with the normal Hemis, you can get away with regular, as long as it's not forced induction, supercharged, turboed, or anything like that. Sergio's got a diesel, so he's screwed. He has no choice.
But my diesel, really, honestly, when I was getting like $80 per tank for the whole week before gas prices went through the roof.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that also, well, my diesel, that you guys with regular trucks and regular cars on it, you don't have to change the fuel filter out. So my truck actually, when it gets below like 60% fuel filter life, it drinks worse than his Hemi does.
I believe it.
Like, it's horrendous.
I believe it.
So I had to swap it, and that's like $80 for that filter. Swap that filter out every 6,000 miles.
Jesus Christ.
God damn, that's worse than an oil change.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I want to say around 6,000 to 7,000 miles. I had to swap it out.
That's incredibly insane.
If I want to keep it
nuts.
Holy shit.
If I want to keep it above 60%.
Of course.
Now, what I'll do is I'll go till it gets every 2 oil changes every 14,000 miles is then when I'll swap out the fuel filter.
I mean, you gotta do this.
It's usually like 45%. I'm right there, but then you can see the difference in the price of how much that shit drinks, because when it drinks. And I drive a lot.
That's insane.
Like how many, Sergio, how many quarts of oil does your truck take?
3 gallons.
Jesus
I
Christ.
just take 30 gallons. I don't even know how many quarts that is.
That I believe
That's 12,
is
that's
12.
quarts. That's 12
Three-
quarts.
3
4
gallons
quarts to a
of-
gallon.
Yeah.
So, because see, that's what got me, because I had, everything I've ever driven took like 5. So I bought the truck, and like I wasn't even paying attention to it. It's time to, the first oil change rolls around, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to throw some Royal Purple in it, just because. And then I was like 7 quarts. I was like, fuck Royal Purple.
Royal Purple's what, like $15 a quart?
It's something like that. I was like, fuck Royal Purple.
It's insanely expensive, but it's some of the best oil you could buy.
I know.
And that's part of the reason. That's another reason I got rid of the Camaro. Camaro held 8.
It was used mobile.
Holy shit! Oh, of course you had the 6.2.
Yeah, the Camaro held 8,
makes,
6.2 V8.
6.2, yeah.
Mobile one was recommended by the manufacturer.
That's what I ran
That's
in
what
the
I-
Evos
that's
and
what I
stuff.
mean.
Yeah.
It was expensive.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Mobile one,
That's
depending on what you get, it's like $7-8 a quart,
Mm-hmm.
and 8 quarts. Not
Yeah.
to mention the filter and then labor.
Oh, see, I changed everything myself, because with the filter and the 3 gallons, I was in it for like $120,
That's incredibly insane.
and I got to do it I get around 7,000 miles out of it, so I do it once a month.
Yeah, but you drive a lot.
Yeah, I drive 7,000 miles a
You
month.
drive a lot.
So if I took it to the dealership, it was $300 for them to change it, which takes me 20 minutes to do.
Yeah, if you're able,
It's ridiculous,
folks, if you're able to change your own oil, figure it out. Learn how to do it. Do it yourself. Because if you take it somewhere, they're going to charge you too much money.
Oh, especially if you have a diesel.
100%. I got the oil changed in the Camaro one time while I owned it. The dealership charged me $100, which isn't incredibly expensive, but I could have done it in my driveway for $50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have done it myself. I
would have
I
if
do
I
mine
could have.
myself.
I would have, but I couldn't because I had a lifetime powertrain warranty through the dealership on that car.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it myself. I literally couldn't.
Now, I'll tell you what GM does offer when you have a diesel. I don't know if it did it for all cars. But I know the Darryl Waltrip in Franklin did this. You pay $350 a year, and they change your oil every time you got to change your oil. It's a one-time fee.
That's probably a dealership thing.
Which to me was a deal, because I was going in.
Oh, that's a
every
steal.
month.
That's an absolute
Every
steal.
month I was going in.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. Now, The only thing that is a real pain in the ass to change on that truck is the fuel filter, because you have to jack up the truck. You have to take the passenger wheel off. You have to take the inner fender out.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And then just to get to the filter.
See, that's total bullshit. That should be an inline thing. It should run along the fuel, the frame rail, and it should be a very, very simple fucking.
It gets better. It gets
ridiculous.
Better. So once you do that,
I'm already annoyed by this.
You put the new filter on. Okay, it's got a plastic cap, which is fucking horrendous, by the way. Where the sensor sits in, stupid design. You put that thing on, you hook it back up. Then you got to take the intake off, because underneath the intake is the prime button. You have to prime it full of diesel before you start the truck. If you start the truck up without it having diesel in the filter, you'll fuck up your truck.
Oh, yeah.
So and here's another stupid one. It had a plastic cap, a reservoir cap. You unhook that little plastic cap, you prime it. Once the diesel comes out of there, you suck all the air out of the system, and the diesel pops out of that little cap, the little hole.
I'm annoyed.
You put the cap back on, and then you're good to go.
I'm never gonna own a diesel. Ever.
Yeah.
This is stupid. I hate
and the filter's the size of this bottle.
I hate this story.
No, like, dude.
This is so stupid. Like, what the hell? Who? All right.
So you want
who the hell designed this shit?
GM did.
Oh my God. No, I want the individual human being that designed that.
So I try to go from underneath. You can't go from underneath because the frame's in the way. You can't go up top because there's no room between the battery and the motor. There's no room.
Oh my God.
So you can probably unhook it. You can't take it out. You can't lift it up. You can't drop it down. You have to actually take it out from the side. And once you drop the fender, I've done it without taking the tire off and just dropping the bolts on the top and dropping the fender down. And you can unhook it and pull the whole thing out. It's fast if you do it like that, but the right way to do it is unhook the tire, do it like that.
My brain hurts. This is bullshit.
I'm just saying that's what.
No.
It's crazy shit, dude.
This is total bullshit. Like, that is a shit design, and they do that shit on purpose. So you have to take it to the damn dealership. That's bullshit.
Here's a better one. GM fucking assholes. So when I need DEF fluid, okay, they put the knob instead of next to the fuel tank, they put it underneath the hood. So I have to go pop the hood, unscrew the thing, which is next to the battery, okay, and pump the DEF fluid in. Now, what happens with DEF when it hits metal? It fucking rusts the shit out.
Okay, what fluid is this we're talking
DEF fluid. It's to clean the exhaust. So what happens?
This is an emissions thing.
It's an emissions thing.
Okay,
so it instead of having black smoke come out the exhaust,
right,
it comes out water. And DEF fluid cleans that out.
Right. Okay. So this is the clean diesel bullshit.
Clean
okay.
Diesel bullshit.
I got you.
But the shit's so bad that it actually rusts metal, and if it gets on the battery, it can fucking eat the battery.
That's great.
So who's the fucking idiot that put this shit underneath the hood next to the battery?
Oh, who knows?
Now all the new trucks, they put it right back next to the gas tank.
Who knows?
You remember when Mom had that Saturn, and the first time the fucking battery went out, we didn't know where the hell it was, and she had to have it. No, not the View.
The blue Saturn, the little car.
Oh yeah, it was dark. It was dark blue. That's right.
Like ridiculously dark blue.
Yeah, it was super dark blue. It was like midnight blue. But we couldn't figure out what the fuck happened to it because it died up at Cool Springs. They told it to the dealership. It's like, the battery died. Well, where's the battery? In behind the fucking tire.
Oh yeah,
that shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. When I was still working on cars as an actual job, somebody brought in a Chrysler that was like just completely dead, and it was the same thing. It was like inside the driver's side rear tire fender well. I'm like,
that's fucking horrendous.
What the fucking hell? Well, how does this make sense? Like,
there should always be stuff. And like you said, we all know why they do it. It's to make you go in so they can charge you 100% of the part cost on labor. but there's probably like 6 or 8 things that everyone should at least be able to do, like on the side of the road or something like that. Everybody ought to be able, or at least in your garage, battery, starter, alternator, so I mean there's probably at least a half a dozen things that everyone should at least be able, if not with a fucking YouTube video,
don't get me started on starters. All right, I had to change your stupid Impala starter that one day, and I was cussing.
I actually had to change one too. So I ran into the exact same thing you ran into with the blue one on the white one. I was doing it out in front of the fucking house because I watched the YouTube videos, like, oh, that won't take me fucking too long. Bullshit, because of that goddamn cross member right there. I couldn't get my goddamn hand up in there to get that top bolt to reconnect the electrical connector.
It's not really even that. It's
that's what I ran into.
You had to turn the starter a certain, like, an exact configuration just to get the damn thing out.
Yeah, that
and
too.
I couldn't. It took me 30 fucking minutes just to do that. And I was cussing. I wanted to throw it. Angela was in the fucking house laughing. Yeah. Oh my god, I was so fucking pissed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Engineers,
you're smart, but you're also fucking dumb.
Uh-huh.
You got to think about it too.
There's book smart and street smart.
For weight.
It's not
in a certain way for it to work a certain way, to weight distribution and everything.
I don't know if it's weight. I don't know why they design things the way they do, but they design things before they're put together.
No, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it
before it's put in an engine bay
together?
That's what I'm saying.
And they're like,
before everything's assembled,
we forgot the battery.
Everything is already engineered. Everything's designed. Everything's in its place. But once you put everything together, then you run into problems with getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they're like, shit, we forgot the starter. What do we do now? Or like you said, they put everything together at the plant, right? And then they dropped it into the car, the motor into the car. So then everything else is already built that you're like, oh shit, this is how it ended up.
Well, what they do is that these idiot fucking engineers, they design shit on a computer. And on a computer versus real world application doesn't always add up, doesn't always match up. You know what I mean? So I'll give you guys a prime example. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, we have engineers at the plant, obviously, and they'll design a part for the interior, for the engine, for whatever. And when we as optics on the line are building and we run into a problem, they'll come out to the line and try to troubleshoot the problem and see what the issue is that we're having. And it's hilarious watching these engineers try to install the part that they designed on this vehicle.
Yeah,
because they have no idea how to do it. They have no fucking idea how to install the part that they designed on the specific vehicle. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, and I guarantee you, our dad's got better stories about that shit with the amount of time he had put in. So,
100%. I'm sure he does.
I can only imagine
the limited amount of time that I have in the plant and actually watching engineers try to install a part that they physically and virtually designed, them trying to install it into the car. It's hilarious.
So I got one for you both.
They don't know how to do it. It's
okay.
funny.
I got one for you both. Chris probably hasn't heard this. It happens to my truck. So I go 800 miles over my warranty at 100,000 miles, okay? The fuel pump exploded while I was driving.
Oh, I remember this story.
Okay? Grenaded itself. Threw the truck into limp mode, locked up everything, rolled me right into a ditch. All right? Get the truck back. They test the system. They're like looking for water, trying to find anything so they don't have to pay for this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not stupid. There's diesel in the fuel. There's no water. Come to find out that GM put the European fuel pumps in the American trucks to save time and money. Okay? Our diesels are refined different. It blew up from the friction. Anything the fuel touched had to be replaced on that truck. All new fuel lines, new tank, new motor, new everything. So they're like, it's going to take about a month. 3 months later.
Okay, fix it. I don't care.
Yeah. No, 3 months later, I go to the dealership. I'm like, hey, what's the truck? Oh, how's it look? He's like, oh, come look. So I go back. They have given me 3 full bays. My truck is in pieces. I talk to the tech. He goes, the best way and easiest way to get to the motor, we had to lift the entire body off the truck.
Oh
Jesus Christ, man.
So the frame, the motor, everything's down. The bed of the truck is outside. And the entire body, rest part of the truck is suspended in the air. They put the freaking turbo of this damn truck behind the motor underneath the firewall. So if my turbo ever blows out, I have to take the entire truck off the truck just to get to the turbo because you can't fucking drop it. You can't take the turbo out from inside.
That is a shit design.
When I saw this, I was like,
that is a horrible design.
Dude. If this shit takes another shit on me, I'm going to burn it. And I'm going to go buy another truck.
That's a terrible design.
Story.
Terrible design. All right, moving on.
Dude, horrendous.
Moving along. Chris, you want to stay in?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
All
I'm
right,
here
cool.
for a little bit.
All right, so everybody knows that the Lyric is coming out. You know that we build that here in Spring Hill. First electric Cadillac SUV.
So stupid. Go EVs.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I haven't been able to drive one yet. I know somebody in the launch team. I know a few people in the launch team actually. I'm gonna drive one soon, but
well, bring it here, man. I want to test drive that shit.
well, they're not street legal, Dick.
Well, fucking make it street legal. Put a headlight on.
They're
that
pre-production. Shit. They're not street
You
legal.
need headlights, a horn, tail lights, and turn signals.
No, they don't have a registratable VIN number. They can't be. You can't drive them on the road. You
Fucking
just
stick
can't.
me onto the plane. I'll drive
It's governmental bullshit. I'm sorry.
My wife works for the government. We're good. I'll bring a pass.
Anyway, all right. So Cadillac's second electric vehicle is going to be a sedan, a car. Thank God. And they are going to call it the Celestique.
Okay.
I love the name, and I love the car because I've seen it.
I think I know where you're going with this, but I'm not stealing anyone's thunder.
You're good.
I've had seen it,
because you look like you're about to pull something up. I'm not going to fucking spoil it.
Yeah. I'm going to pull it up.
What the fuck? They invested $81 million in this shit?
Yes.
This better be good, man.
They've invested $81 million in the Global Technical Center, and they're going to be hand-built in Michigan.
Okay.
Is
that it?
This is a little teaser of it.
I've
cool.
seen it. I've seen
this,
it.
This is pretty much the same front end as the Lyric.
That looks like a Cadillac CTS in the front.
It looks more like the
Design-wise.
current CT5.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Same shit.
Well, get it right, Dick.
Well, fuck, dude, I don't know all the names.
Get it
of this
right,
shit.
yes. You're gonna be on this show. You got to get your shit together. All right.
I'll get it right.
All
I'll get it right.
No,
I'll get
you're
my
good.
Shrek shit
You're
right.
good, dude. But this is gonna be their flagship model. Their gigantic sedan. It's gonna be like $200,000. I don't know if there's a better picture of it. Actually, I haven't looked at any of these things I'm pulling up. So kind of bear with me. I don't know that this is actually what the interior is going to look like. I have no idea. If it is,
I definitely dig the red.
Kick-ass.
If so,
yeah, okay, that's a decent shot of the driver's side fender and the wheel.
What are those? Every bit of 20s. It looks like.
At the very least.
Yeah,
at the very least. I'm gonna have to pull up a better picture of this because these pictures are shitty.
It's definitely it's definitely a beefy full wheel well. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Now the picture,
what was the price?
$200,000.
200. You think they can be competing with the Bentley Milan? Mulsanne, excuse me.
They won't be able to compete with Bentley.
But are they going in that direction?
They're
giving a cheaper
that
alternative
that is
great
the
quality?
Yes, that's the goal, to compete with Bentley and
the Rolls-Royce.
Rolls and what's the other one? I What the hell's the other one?
Bentley and Rolls.
No. Bentley Rolls
BMW?
and oh, son of a bitch. What the hell's the other one? Shit.
It's a 4-door, right?
Yeah, it's a giant.
So
giant.
200,000. You're talking pure luxury. They're going to compete with the Bentley.
Oh my God.
Mulsanne
Oh my God.
and the Rolls Royce Ghost. Those are the 4-door cars.
God damn it! I can't think of the other one.
What, Porsche? Aston?
No. This is gonna bug the fuck out of me because I see the car in my head and I can't think of the damn name of it. It starts with an M.
Mercedes?
No. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to look it up. Damn it, it's pissing me off. Anyway,
is that manufacturer starts with an M?
yeah. Son of a bitch.
What
All right.
manufacturer
Let me find a better picture of this car. Because these pictures are shit.
photos.
Right. Let me pull these up here. No, that's not it.
Is it something like that? Is it something like the
It's
silver
this right here. This was the original like photograph that they released of the Celestique. And again, I'm not 100% sure it's going to look exactly like this, but this was the first like rendering of the car.
That shit looks badass,
It's
dude.
awesome.
That shit looks good.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Go down one. Right there.
Which this one?
That one right there.
It's the profile line. Yeah.
Jesus, fuck, that looks good.
Yeah,
That's
It
really
almost
nice.
looks- it almost like that side view right there almost looks like a BMW M8 4-door. It's got
maybe
like
a little bit.
the little silver at the bottom.
Right here.
Yeah, by the wheel, sort of gives it that little flare line that
Yeah.
the BMW has,
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
but it looks so much better.
Yeah, I
Holy
really,
shit.
I really like the designs that I've seen. This is also what it could look like. So these are all very speculative. Nothing has been confirmed.
I don't see that. Just from looking at that picture right there, I seriously doubt that's what the fucking taillights look like.
Well,
Yeah, I don't
the
think so.
the rear end is not good. The front end is.
Well, listen, I'll tell you right now, if the rear end looks like this picture right here, that's a fucking funeral car.
I agree.
No, sir.
It's terrible.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
No, that's a bad picture.
Now this is what it should look like.
If it
That
looks
is
like
exactly
that,
what it should look
This
like.
is what it should look like.
that reminds me of the Bentley Mulsanne.
That was just about to say that looks like a Bentley rear end.
Yeah, this is what it should look like.
That is
Rear.
fucking beautiful.
That's what the rear should look like. This is what the front should look like.
Man, that would look
Mash those two
good.
together, you got a hit.
Those are
even
like
at
22s.
Even at 200 grand, you're still undercutting Rolls. You're still undercutting Bentley, and I still can't think of the other one. God damn it!
It's
Oh
a
my
luxury
God.
brand.
Yeah, ultra luxury.
Maybach?
Oh,
My back.
yes, that's it.
It's Mercedes.
They
Maybach.
own them, but it's Maybach. When they first hit the market, it was a sub brand.
Okay, so yeah, that
yeah.
does look like a
Yeah.
Maybach as well.
That's where they're going. You know, that's their goal. Is
Good job, Chris. Chris threw that one out there.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's where they're going. You know, to try to compete for 200 grand. You get that. You know, or Bentley, Rolls,
It's-
Maybach, whatever.
Dude, it's half the price.
I know that's insane.
The Bentley Mulsanne's around 400-500. The Ghost is around the same price, and then the Maybach is like 600,000.
Oh yeah, they're insane.
So the Maybach is more on the level of the Rolls Royce Phantom,
Yeah.
but still, man, I'd rock the fucking
Okay.
Cadillac.
So next, the next few
Sounds
things are some short lists that I found that were either interesting or informative or cautionary, I guess you could call them. This first one is if you like the most vehicles that are I don't know, catalytic converters that are stolen off of cars the most,
Oh, I read an article about this.
I guess.
Isn't Dodge up there?
I don't know. I have not seen the list. I never read this shit, so I'm as surprised as all you guys.
I actually
I
saw
try
this
to
article 3
I
days
try to
ago.
stay in as you know, as much as in the dark as possible. So I'm as surprised as you guys. Toyota Prius, really?
I thought that was a Chevy Monza from China, dude.
Oh God.
The Monza, no, the Monza's not on this
Dude,
list.
at
I
a- at
almost
a-
guarantee it.
At a quick glance,
I
this
can
shit
understand.
looked like-
I understand. I understand. Oh my god, that car is awful. Anyway, Toyota Prius. Why? Why? I mean, okay, whatever. I get it. I guess.
Yeah.
Catalytic converters, if you don't know, they are part of the exhaust system that like filters the exhaust, and they contain a lot of precious metals that
A lot of copper.
yeah, they contain a lot of precious metals, copper, platinum, whatever else, rhodium, palladium, yeah, all that scientific nonsense. But you can get a lot of money if you melt it down and sell it.
An
Apparently-
ounce of radium
apparently-
costs 15,000.
Apparently, an ounce of rhodium costs 15 grand. So
Holy shit!
there you go. An ounce of gold costs 1,800. So
I got
How
my
much?
side hustle
How much?
coming up.
How much of that rhodium shit is in one catalytic converter?
I have no idea.
It can't
Probably-
be much.
I would
It
imagine
can't
not
be
a lot,
much.
but-
Yeah.
If you steal enough,
Yeah, but if you okay, let's say you need 20 of them to get a fucking ounce. That's worth my side hustle right there. But
15
that's
grand?
crazy.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can understand why they're stealing that.
If you're
shit.
able to find and steal 20 catalytic converters, get 1 ounce of rhodium, 15 grand, even if it takes you a week, that's a good side hustle. I don't blame these people.
Dude, I bet you they're just coming in with sauce and just sauce.
Oh, that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. And I don't blame these people. Well, I do. They're criminals. But if you're hard up, 15 grand for a week or a week's worth of work. All right.
Prius was
Prius is number one. I had no idea why, because they're a little bit low to the ground. Can't really get under them too easily. But watch out if you drive a Prius, because they're stealing your shit.
What do you got next? What do you got next?
Next one is the
Yeah,
Chrysler
it's not close,
200. It's such an ugly ass car. Oh my god.
Well, I'm surprised it's so high on the list, considering there aren't like almost none left anyway.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, actually, I don't know what order we're going in. I don't know if this is like
Oh, so you don't know if this is most
the
stolen,
least stolen or the most.
It said from 1 to 11, so it says number 9.
Well, this is 1 of 11. This is 2 of 11, but it says number 9. So
All right.
I don't know.
We'll
I
figure
have
it
no
out.
clue.
That
It's a
that is
list,
weird.
so we're just gonna go down the list.
What do you got next?
Next one is the Camry.
Wow, fucking shit.
Okay,
Well-
we're going from least to most, because this
This-
is number 8.
This one
Yeah.
actually does make sense because the Camry sells so well. There's so many of them.
Well, and also, see, that's a fucked up thing. Look at your timeline on this one. 87 to 19.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
32 years. Go back up to the 200. You're talking about a 6 model year span.
right.
Yeah,
That's
big
so you're going
difference.
talking about 6 years or 32 years, of
Huge
course.
difference. Yeah.
That's a lot of $15,000 worth right there. You got a lot. to
Yeah,
go through.
absolutely. Honda CRV. You better watch it.
Oh fuck it, they could take that shit.
Sergio has a CRV.
I sure do. 2011, people.
97 to 2020. So that's 23 years.
He'll give you the catalytic converter if you take the rest of the Honda.
Probably. Probably.
I'll report it stolen. Go get
Take
another
the whole
car.
thing.
I'll
Get
give
it
you
out
the
of
keys
here.
with that shit.
I'll upgrade, bitches. All right. Equinox. That makes sense. There's a shit ton of them on the road.
Yeah, still another 16-year gap. So that's
Right.
actually a relatively large
Yeah. Makes
and
sense.
a large a large time span, and like you said, a hell of a lot of models, just a lot of units on the road. They're every
A
fucking
lot of- yeah.
And it makes more sense for these SUVs to be, victims of this
'Cause
crime because
you can get
they're
under
higher
them.
off the ground. You can get under them quickly. Saw either end of the fucking catalytic converter and be out in like 10
Yeah.
minutes. Okay, this one makes
Oh.
perfect sense.
That
Nickel
makes
truck.
a lot
This
of
one
sense.
makes perfect sense. 2020, 1999 to 2021 in Silverado. That makes perfect sense.
22
Wow,
years.
Perfect sense. This one makes sense too. The
Fucking van, dude.
Econoline fucking pedophile passenger van. Well, this isn't the
You want
pedophile
some
version.
candy, little boy? Fucking shit's horrendous, dude. You want
Fucking-
some pain?
Just paint you paint over the windows, like, hey kids, you like popsicles? That's what I
Oh
mean.
my god! For those of you that aren't with the times, that's a Family Guy reference, and it's hilarious.
But look what it's. But look.
You got 22 years of that shit.
God damn it!
32 years.
32.
32 years.
That's
Fuck,
a
dude,
thir-
I'm off
that's a
today.
32. That's a 32-year span. But look what it says. The NICB says a typical catalytic converter can fetch anywhere from 50 to 250 a piece. And when you could literally like throw a piece of cardboard down, shimmy up under that motherfucker, and be gone in like not even 5 minutes, no goddamn
Absolutely.
wonder.
Absolutely.
That's not,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good price.
Yep. It's insane.
Even at the low end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$50. You get one an hour. That's $50 an hour.
And most
Mhm,
people don't
there
make
you go.
$25 an hour,
What
dude.
profession, legit profession, do you make $50 an hour? Name them right now, please.
Yeah, I
Can
don't
you?
know.
No, I can't.
Not one that doesn't make you have to go to school for 8 to 12 fucking years.
Exactly. It doesn't. You don't have to be a skilled tradesman to work a sawzall. So, I mean, I understand the appeal, but you're still criminals. You do
Yeah.
drugs. Jeep
Yeah.
Patriot junk pile, 10 years.
Just
Yeah,
wait a
that's
couple months
ridiculous.
outside someone's house and it'll fall off and you can just grab it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
You could take that one.
Or just hit the junkyard. Bunch of them.
Well, that's true too.
Honda Accord.
89 to 2020. Jesus Christ.
I just still though. I mean, you have to do some work to get underneath these things.
You very much do.
Like really.
That one's probably a 2-person job. You know, someone jacks it up, someone yanks it out.
Absolutely.
You grab one of those NAS. You
Yeah.
could probably get one of those low pro jacks at fucking Harbor Freight for
Oh
like,
yeah,
what,
yeah.
$1.50?
You can get one of those low pro aluminum jacks that don't weigh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, on the Honda,
You just NASCAR that shit.
like 2 bolts and it falls off.
Well,
And like what I loved about Honda, I hate Honda, but working on Honda was easy because it was all 10 millimeter. Yeah, dude, this fucking
10
Baker Marks
mils?
hit me hard.
10 mils, bro.
10 mils. Every bolt you can get off with a 10 and a 12. You don't need anything else.
And that's how it should be. Make
is
this
how it
shit
should
as
be.
easy as possible.
And I swear, it's
Swear to God.
2 fucking bolts and a hanger. You just with a rubber grip on it.
There you
just,
go.
whoop, pop it off, unhook the bolts. See you later.
There you go, criminals. Target Hondas.
Yep. Bring
F-Series.
your 10 millimeter if you can find it, and your 12.
Yeah, if you haven't lost it yet. Yeah.
Shit, I'll let you borrow mine, dude. Take my Honda.
Okay. F-Series pickup, not surprising.
Nah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
So that's that list. If you drive, own, or are thinking about owning any of those, just beware. I try to inform and educate when I can. So that's going to
Thankfully,
do it for that
Thankfully,
list.
I'm not even sure what the exhaust on my truck looks like with the Flowmaster on it. So I mean, I'm not even sure anymore.
Who knows?
I have to
I'll
get
tell
out there.
you
And
what.
I have to get out there and take a look at it because I don't have exhaust tips. It cuts off about halfway through. I've been under there. Like when I had to replace a starter on it, I was down up underneath there looking at it and everything. And because I never really got under there and took a in-depth look at it. But I mean, you know, so the exhaust pipe is basically right there where the bed meets the cab. That's where.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
where-
yeah.
That's
yeah.
where it cuts off and points down.
Well, that's part of the reason why it's so goddamn loud too.
Dude, my truck has 2 catalytic converters.
Oh yeah. A lot
And
of
if you
the
could take that shit.
a lot
you
of
deserve
the
it.
a lot of the newer ones do have 2
Because
catalytic
I think that
converters.
exhaust weighs like 50, 60 pounds. It's fucking heavy.
That doesn't surprise
That
me.
thing is huge, dude.
Okay, so the next list is a list of current recalls. I don't really know why I thought this was interesting, but like I said, I try to inform and keep everyone in the loop. But
Look, the car you love.
yeah, I
The
know,
Ford
right?
Bronco.
The first one is the 2021-22 Ford Bronco. The number of vehicles affected is over 53,000,
For
and
what?
the recall
That's-
is for 4-door, blah blah blah. The
Child safety
passenger
law.
side rear door may be opened from inside while the child lock is in the on position. So your kid could literally fall out and die.
Yeah,
while
you
the
fix
car
that
is
shit?
moving.
Because
Yes,
I've actually
yes.
had when my daughter was little, she actually, before I put the child safety lock on, which I didn't realize, opened the car while I was fucking driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, how the hell did you do that? The little feeties can reach, but their hands can't. Remember that, people.
Yeah. So
They know how to move their shit.
So yeah, the child locks are very beneficial, but not if they don't work. So shame on
they
you,
gotta
Ford.
fix that shit.
Shame on you, Ford. Fix that shit. So yeah, we don't want any children to die,
No,
even
sir.
though you're dumb and you should not have been able to reproduce because you bought one of these dumbass things. But you did.
Did that say page 1 of 151 at the bottom?
I think it did. Yes, it did.
Holy Jesus! All right,
good.
we're not gonna go through all of these. Holy shit! I didn't even notice that. Oh my god!
Which one's this? The C-Max.
Whoa.
It's another Ford.
No, this is an Escape.
It's another Ford.
That's the Escape, but the C-Max is
C-Max
included.
is listed, yeah.
Ford Fusion,
3
Ford
million
Transit,
vehicles.
Ford Edge.
Wow.
I actually think that we already talked about this, if I'm not mistaken.
That Ford one? Yeah, we already talked about that.
No, we didn't.
I saw a
this is
Dodge
different.
one yesterday.
This was different.
It's got the park position.
It's some bushing that attaches to the shifter cable, blah, blah, blah. That one's boring.
I saw a Dodge one yesterday, and I can't remember.
Oh, this one's good.
I
Go
can't
ahead.
remember. I can't remember what the hell it was because I was asking one of my coworkers about it because he's got the exact same truck as I do, only it's a few model years newer. So I was asking him. I said, "Hey, Austin, what engine do you have in your truck?" He said 5.7. I was like, "Oh, okay," because he's got the same engine as mine. I said because they just did a recall on 14 to 19. Shit, one of their Jeep models, and then the 3.0 liter, I think, turbo diesel in the trucks, and I can't exactly remember what the issue was, but I remember seeing that one. Yeah, because it caught my eye because it was like
It doesn't affect you, sir. So
right, but I didn't know that until I read the article. It's like, oh shit, am I gonna be able to get something fixed for free? But no,
it's always nice being able to get shit for free.
Unfortunately, not.
All right, so 2021-22 Mustang Mach-E, this abomination of a piece of shit vehicle. It affects almost 49,000. What's it for? High voltage battery main contactors may overheat.
Yeah, it's going to catch on fire.
An overheated high voltage battery contactor may cause a vehicle to lose drive power, increasing the risk of a crash. There you go.
That shit is a bawling flame waiting to happen. And it's an ugly fucking car.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's fucking horrendous.
Okay.
I'll take that over the Ford Bronco. I'll take the Ford Bronco over that shit. That shit's fucking horrendous.
Well, the Bronco is, it's a more accurate
it looks like the
modernization of the Ford Bronco. This thing is not a fucking Mustang.
No, it's not.
God, it's so fucking bad.
I don't like Mustangs, but this is not a fucking Mustang. A Mustang is a pony car, 2 doors, 4 seats, rear-wheel drive. It's a fucking car. It's not an electric SUV.
It's got flower wheels.
I know.
That
it looks like
horrendous.
It looks like a rejected Beetle. Assholes. Ford, get your shit together.
Well,
whoever decided to not, because you were talking about last week that if they wanted to make this car, fine. You want to make an EV, fine. But whoever the fuck decided, hey, let's make our new EV the Mustang, that person should have been fucking fired because they completely just shit on the legacy of that car.
Absolutely. And
why he's
like I said,
Starbucks.
Not a Mustang fan, but it does have a legacy. It's been around for
65.
No. Yeah.
65, wasn't it?
Yeah, 65. It's been around for a long fucking time, so it has pedigree.
Yeah, that
legacy.
That nameplate is, like I say, we're not Mustang fans, but still, that name has got some goddamn legacy to it. I mean, you got the Boss models from back in the day. You know, the 429. There are some iconic Mustang models.
Absolutely iconic cars. The Bullet Mustang, the Fastback, the Boss 302, the Boss 429. They've got the Shelbys. Don't even get me started on all the Shelby bullshit.
Yeah.
This completely taints the name Mustang. Completely. And General Motors is probably going to do the same shit with the Camaro.
And I'm pissed off. I'm even more pissed off about that.
Of course, so am I.
What are they doing with the
Okay.
Camaro?
So the rumors, multiple, are that they're going to do an electric SUV.
On the face of it, which is fine. On the face of it is fine.
The face, yes. Leave the name out of it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. On the face of it, making an all-electric SUV is fine.
That's fine.
But they want to
Yeah.
call it the Camaro?
Yes.
No, that's fucking horrendous.
The
That's
other
dumb.
the other rumor
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
the other rumor is that they are going to make it an electric sedan.
That's fucking stupid. Just make it all electric Camaro.
That's
And
what
just
I'm
call it a
saying.
fucking
They're
Camaro.
going in that direction with the Corvette. Why are you going to ruin the Camaro by making it a sedan for one?
Mhm. If you want to
make it electric, fine. Make it electric. Fine.
if you want to make a fucking electric sedan, and I know this isn't ideal either, but if you have to make an all-electric sedan, for fuck's sake, just revive the goddamn Impala.
I would be 100% fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm
that
on
works.
board. 100% on board.
You know what I mean? You can revive some of the nameplates they mothballed. Make a fucking like I said, make an all-electric sedan, bring back the Impala. Make an all-electric coupe if you want to. If it's a mid-size or a above, which it probably won't be because of all the crossover shit. But if you have to make if you want to make it, well, it would probably be a bigger. It'd probably be a bigger coupe because we all want them to keep the Camaro a coupe as it should be anyway. You want to make a bigger electric coupe? Fucking bring the Monte Carlo back. Just bring some of the damn vehicle names that you've mothballed. Just put those back on the road if you want to. So stupid.
There's a smorgasbord of.
So I got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So
Well, wait a minute. Would that make a good wheel talk question?
no.
All right, go ahead.
It pertains to this
Damn it.
Impala issue thing. It might. I don't know.
No, go ahead.
You have
Go
to
ahead.
think about it.
Go ahead, you're good.
If they stop production on the Impala, right?
They already have.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wouldn't they have to retool the plans to bring the Impala back to make an all electric car? Because if they already have the tooling for the Camaro, does it? Am I making any sense? Because if they're just going to take what they already have, because they already have the tools to make the car, and just drop the badge name on it instead of bringing the Impala back, which they would have to retool the plant to make that car again. Would that make? Do you get what I'm saying?
I 100% do get what you're saying, and most of the plants nowadays are already set up to pretty much build anything that they need to be built that needs to be built, with maybe minor upgrades. Like the plant that's going to be building the Celestiq, they only invested $81 million. That's
Yeah.
not a lot of money in the grand scheme. Down here in Spring Hill, they have invested billions,
Yeah, on the new
multiple billions, to be able to build the Lyric. Billions.
And that's just in the existing building. That doesn't
And
even
that's-
count. That doesn't even count the new battery plant that they're putting.
That's one vehicle at one location. Billions, fucking multiple billions, people. So, if they wanted to bring the Impala back as an electric sedan for Chevrolet, which I think they should do, I agree with you, Chris. They could probably invest a very minimal amount of money to be able to do that. I don't remember where the Impala was built, actually.
Wasn't it in Ohio?
I would have to look it up. I'm not 100% sure where it was built. I know the Malibu is. I know the Malibu is built in Kansas City.
But all right, if all the plants are going to go electric,
They are.
okay,
Mhm.
why it doesn't make sense to have all those plants? Like one plant, like this GM plant, should be able to do 50% of the fucking cars that GM is making.
Well, you still have wheelbase issues, differences. You still have wheelbase differences.
They still have too many models. The platform is a problem. And yeah, if they're doing cars, you obviously can't build a car on an SUV line. It's just
No.
just doesn't
I
work.
get it.
But
But if you're going to, if you're gonna take a fucking Chevy Equinox, turn it electric, and then fucking drop a Camaro badge on it or whatever fucking car, you're just using shit you already have. Like the Bentley Bentayga uses the same chassis at those same wheelbase as the Volkswagen SUV that they have.
Oh yeah, the Volkswagen
Exact same
Atlas,
shit.
the Volkswagen Atlas, the Audi Q8, the Lamborghini Urus, and the Bentley Bentayga—they're all the same fucking car underneath.
Yeah, like
They're all the exact same thing
the
underneath.
Lamborghini Huracan and the Audi R8.
Same thing.
All they do is just change the badging and the motor. It's the same fucking shit.
It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. Underneath all the like the chassis and the frame and everything, it's the exact same thing. So where you run into that on the GM side, it's not. I don't know. It's a little bit different because they keep discontinuing so many things. Like they almost build no cars anymore. General Motors.
Yeah.
They build 2 Cadillacs and 2 Chevys.
But yeah, but it makes sense for the Chevy, their Chevy pickup truck, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the Yukon and the Chevy Tahoe and the GMC to all share the same wheelbase.
Oh yeah.
Because
Like,
a Yukon XL is just a Chevy pickup truck frame.
no.
It's the same shit.
Okay, so how GM works down in Arlington is where they build all the big SUVs. You know,
Yeah.
they build the Tahoe, they build the Yukon, they build the Suburban and the Yukon XL. Also, they build the Escalade and the Escalade ESV. So those are all literally the exact same vehicle.
Yeah, just
minus very minor things. The interior is a little bit different. The front ends are different, obviously. They're pretty much the exact same vehicle. So, and then in Fort Wayne is where they build the lower trim level trucks, the big trucks,
Yeah.
Silverado, Sierra, which are the exact same vehicle. Down in Mexico is where they build the upper trim level trucks.
Well,
Again,
my truck was built
and
in
the
Michigan.
and the Blazer.
Yes, and the Blazer. Your truck was built in Michigan?
Yeah, it's got a sticker on it. It's built in Michigan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That must have changed.
It was
after that.
2016, so I don't.
Must have changed. But I
Yeah.
know that those are built down in Mexico now.
I know Dodge, their diesels are built in Mexico,
There you go.
and their motors were actually built in Brazil. I don't know if they're still built in Brazil or not, but I know they were.
What do they use now? What is
The
what,
Cummins. They
is
still
it
use
still
the
Cummins?
They
Okay.
Still use
Okay.
Cummins.
So I know Nissan uses the Cummins too.
And Nissan actually, I think, scrapped that.
Did they?
Yeah, I don't think they're using.
Oh,
the
the
3
Titan's a
liter
piece
no
of shit anyway.
Yeah,
more. I
really-
think they were having
really
problems with the 3 liter. Cummins is not
The
made
piece
for 3
fucking
liters.
Titan's an ugly piece of
But
shit.
basically, what I'm getting at
Oh
is
shit!
that
Sorry, we got off on
they're
a little
making
sidetrack.
they want to make as many cars as possible, but to save as much money as possible, is use the same platform.
Oh yeah.
On the same line.
Yeah.
For all those cars. So I don't even see why they would even bring back an Impala if they want to use something they already have, because they already have everything tooled and ready to go. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Like the plant that was building the Impala is still there. Obviously, it's still set up for it. I think. Fuck, I can't remember
But
where
is
the
it-
hell it was.
Is
built.
it closed down though?
That's what I'm saying. If it's idle, all of that equipment is still there.
Because
And
GM has shut down an ass load of fucking plants. When
Well,
this
yeah.
whole economy
Yeah.
was like a shit the first time.
any plant that was only building cars, it's idle.
So look, it makes sense for them to make the Camaro. They already have everything ready to make the Camaro. It makes sense for them to just make the all electric Camaro. They already have the
And that's
form.
That's perfectly
And
fine.
Call it that.
I'm 100% on board.
Instead
If
of
you-
trying to like bring the fucking Impala back and to call it a Camaro.
No.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. No, I'm just saying in general. Like if because look, Ford fucking did it with this
abomination.
What am I
Right.
looking
Well,
at? A
what I was saying, talking about, if they want to make, because Bob was saying that they were one of the rumors was that they were considering making the Camaro a 4-door sedan. My whole thing
Yeah.
was that's fucking dumb. If you want to make an electric 4-door sedan, fine, bring it back, but revive the Impala nameplate. Leave the Camaro a 2-door pony car like it's supposed to be. But if you want to make it all electric, make it all electric. You know, I saw last week on the little bit of the show I was able to see where you guys were talking about the SS version of the Equinox. You guys were talking about that.
Yeah.
You know, so
No, that was
the
Blazer.
Blazer.
No,
Yeah, that was the
Blazer.
Blazer. Yeah,
Blazer
yeah.
SS.
But the
I'm
one
sorry.
that
That
was
electric
Yeah.
Blazer.
It's like
Right.
they just jacked up a freaking Chevy Equinox and just
Right.
lifted it
But-
up, which looks ridiculous.
So it's not it's not necessarily about bringing back a nameplate that they already discontinued just to bring back a sedan. But if they're talking about making an all electric sedan, there is 0 point. No, I guarantee you poll anybody watching this show or gives a shit about cars, even a little. What do you think about a 4-door Camaro? Or what do you think about the Camaro being an SUV? I guarantee you it's going to be 999 billion to probably 1. Leave the fucking Camaro. Leave the fucking Camaro as a car. You want to make one of those? Fine. Call it something else. You want to make a 4-door electric vehicle? Fine. You have nameplates that you mothballed that you could bring back. Even though they're still making Malibus, just keep it a Malibu. What the hell? What are you even doing?
It makes sense. So you don't shit on the name of Camaro.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you right there. You know, there are, like you said, there are countless.
Oh, that's the recall right there. Shit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's the one right there. That's it right there.
Well, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up because it affects a lot of vehicles. But just real quick, there are countless names of Chevrolet sedans that have been discontinued or, you know, mothballed, like you said, that could be brought back, and iconic fucking names.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to build an electric sedan, and that's where the market's going, so that's what they're going to build. Fine. That's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't taint the name Camaro by
Right.
naming it, by making it an electric sedan. Don't do it.
Can
Just
we-
don't.
Don't
we
do
get a
either.
Chevy Monza?
Shut up with your Monza talk.
Even on all electric Monza would be better than fucking with the Camaro.
Call it not a citation. Call it. Bring the Chevette name back. I don't even give a shit about that. Don't ruin the pedigree, the tradition, the name recognition of the Camaro.
The symbolism,
Don't do it.
The symbolism of the Camaro.
Right.
name.
Don't do it. Just
You
don't.
know what they should do? They shouldn't even, you know what they should have fucking done? Now that you said Chevette, they should have made they shouldn't have even called the Bolt or the Spark. They should have called one of those the fucking Chevette.
100%.
Now that you mention it.
100%. I'm with you.
I don't know how the hell I completely forgot about the Chevette. Mom had one, and I saw where you had that super duper low mile listing like last week in Facebook. I can't believe I forgot about the Chevette.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they could have taken one of those all electric, teeny tiny little 2-door fuckers and called it the Chevette.
Well, I think they.
I know why they called them what they called them, but
I'm not even 100% sure that's the reason they called them what they called them, just to kind of keep it fresh and new.
mm-hmm.
The Chevette kind of had a negative stigma against it, which I don't really understand why. It was a decent vehicle for what it was.
Well, for an entry level vehicle, yeah, it was fine.
That's what I mean.
Same thing as the
And
Cavalier. I've had one. How many Cavaliers have I had?
You've had
One,
3.
2. Yeah. They were what they were. They were entry level vehicles. They were all fucking dependable. And you
Yeah,
know as well as
they were
I
fine.
do. You
They
know
were
as
fine
well.
vehicles.
Yeah, and you know, Sergio, you had your red one. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
we all
actually,
had,
the reason why I bought the Cavalier is because you had a Cavalier.
right.
You had the 2-door.
Yeah.
And when I was debating on what car to buy, my first car, I was 16. I was like, dude, like you said, that car's really dependable.
Mhm.
It looked good.
Inexpensive.
Yeah,
Very
for
inexpensive.
the
was
year. I
inexpensive,
was,
yeah.
I was like, fuck, man. I'm
Yep.
going to get me a Cavalier. But I
Yeah.
got a 4-door. And I
Yeah.
fixed it up.
And that's fine.
It was
That's
amazing.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
same
I loved
thing.
it.
But I mean, you remember the gray one?
The
Bob,
90.
Yeah.
You remember the
Yeah.
gray one?
That car was awesome.
Of every car I've ever driven, I want that car back.
Dude,
And
my aunt
we
had-
will own one again.
remember
I
my aunt
want
had
one of those
the
goddamn
blue one,
cars.
The 90 wasn't on the 92.
I was teal, a 92 Z24.
Mm-hmm.
That car was insane.
That
too.
shit was fucking
Absolutely.
Awesome,
Because ours, the one that we had that you and I took turns driving, and the one that Danny's mom had, both had that 3.1 liter V6 in it. And that little fucking engine for what it was would haul ass.
Yeah, it really would. All right, so back to the recalls. This one is a 2014 to 2020 Jeep Jeep Grand Cherokee, and 14 to 19 Ram 1500.
Yeah, see, that's what had caught my eye.
Okay, diesel.
Yes. This
High
one
pressure fuel pump.
This one
failure.
only affects the diesels, the 3-liter diesel. Almost 139,000 fucking models.
Are you fucking telling me Dodge did the same shit too? Because the company that made the fuel pumps was Bosch. You mean to fucking tell me they did the same shit?
That's what it looked like.
High pressure fuel pumps. Let me tell you, people, this shit will explode on you.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Setting debris, starving the motor. Holy shit.
Yep. Failure may introduce internal debris, causing explosion.
And you know what the problem is?
So
right?
have fun with that.
It uses a rubber gasket with some plastic. So with the friction, with the fuel starvation, it rubs it, and then when it fucking shoots, it blows the metal that's inside.
Yeah.
And diesels, the reason why it's a problem with diesels have lift pumps that pump the fuel in.
Mm-hmm.
So you have these lift pumps, and that's what it sucks the fuel out. And when it goes through, it'll shoot metal through the entire fucking system. It'll destroy the car.
This is radio software bullshit. That's boring.
That's fucking crazy.
Bored. I want dangerous recalls, motherfuckers.
Fucking dangerous was the fucking fuel starvation. Here we go.
Porsche Taycan electric vehicle 2020 to 2022 affects
software error.
12,500.
It's just software.
Oh, it's software. That's bullshit. Boring.
Software.
Nonsense.
Can't watch Shrek.
The majority of that fucking vehicle is software.
It's all electric.
What's up, Mustang? What's this one? PCM bullshit. That's just a reflash.
Bob? Did I ask? I may have asked you about this one. I can't remember if I did or not. Did you hear about the recall that Bugatti put out for one car?
One car, yes, I did.
For one bolt.
Yep. Yep. That's the level of.
Dude, at that point, just send the technician with the fucking bolt and the tools in a plane to the guy's house and change that shit.
That's the level of fucking service you get when you spend $2 million on a vehicle. Okay?
Yeah.
One bolt could loosen.
That's like a cheap Bugatti, dude.
Could.
That's like a cheap
No.
Bugatti. No. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like the quote-unquote entry-level Bugatti.
That's like a Veyron because the Chiron's like 2.5 or 3 million.
Yeah, something like that.
The fucking the sport one is.
Don't even. No, we're not going to get into trim levels of Bugatti because that's a rabbit hole I don't want to get into.
That's just like 5 million.
Those recalls were bullshit. There was too many. I don't want to even talk about it.
I mean, there was a bunch of them, but I did see briefly that last one that you had up there. I don't know what the hell the problem was, but you scrolled down for a second. And I just happened to see it said Honda will replace the fuel tank free of charge. So I don't know what that last one was. But the solution is you get a new fucking
free fuel
gas
pump
tank.
or
gas
fuel
tank, a whole tank.
That's pretty insane.
That's pretty bad.
Okay,
Jesus
so the next one,
Christ.
this next one's a quick video. I just wanted to hear it. I haven't heard it yet.
I have.
This is the Aston Martin Valkyrie on Laguna Seca,
I already heard this.
and I just wanted to hear it. So
I watched the video on Shmee because he wrote in it, and it sounds like a fucking F1 car.
So we're
beautiful.
We're absolutely gonna listen to it. You guys are in for a fucking treat. This car is insane.
Like you can hear like the battery whine doing.
I don't.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
That's fine. Aston Martin Valkyrie, Laguna Seca,
Right there. Look
one of my favorite tracks in America. So here we go.
Dude, that is just beautiful.
This is a lot longer video than I thought it was going to be. Sorry, guys. Oh my God.
I can't hear it.
All right, I'm gonna skip a little bit. Okay, here we go. He's on the track. Oh my god. Dude, that thing sounds insane.
Shit's unreal.
Oh, there's the
Famous
corkscrew.
chicane. Oh my god, dude.
I may have to look that video up. I mean, I can barely hear it, but
Okay.
it's shit. It's slick looking. Those
Holy
scooting around that track.
shit. Does
Bro.
that sound good?
That is called an eargasm.
Absolutely.
That shit is like,
Absolutely. I just had a couple of them
if
actually.
you guys are like into classical music, that's like watching Mozart or Beethoven,
Dude,
in real time,
the
bro.
car is
That shit
incredibly
is
insane. Incredibly insane. Okay. All
unbelievable.
right. So the last list, I don't know that we'll have time to go through all of them, but some classic twin turbo cars we're going to talk about.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I know Sergio likes the turbo Japanese vehicles. They're not all Japanese.
I like the JDMs,
They
man.
do.
That's
Yeah,
my
that's-
bread and butter. I like
That's
that.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, Seth does too. Those are the go-to for him too.
It was Fast and Furious, man. I
Oh,
loved it.
that's totally fine. I found this list and I knew you were here.
Yeah, let's do
So,
it, man. Let's see what they got.
So we're gonna talk about some twin turbo cars. If we go over 2 hours, I don't give a shit. I don't
Yeah,
care.
Dan won't care either. He doesn't give a damn.
Well, he's non-existent pretty much, so I don't care. All right, so 17 awesome twin turbo classic cars. These are not modern; they're older.
Even
So-
better. Even better.
All right, let's get into it. First, what the fuck?
Go back up. Right there.
Oh,
It's
this is,
a slideshow. Yeah, it's
yeah.
a slideshow.
That's a
That's a Saab, ain't it?
no, it's a Holden, I believe.
Rest
anyway,
in peace,
this-
Holden too. By the way,
This first one is a Maserati.
Nah, not my thing.
Maserati bi-turbo, obviously Italian. It's not overly attractive at all. These older Maseratis weren't though, and they were very, very unreliable.
The new ones still haven't. Like the new ones that just came out look good. Even like the 2000s, 2012s, 2016 Maseratis, I don't fucking like them.
The Gran Turismo is the only one that I really even care for. The Ghibli, the Ghibli is on the lemon list,
Yeah.
so that tells you how much how good that is. The Quattroporte, not an attractive vehicle.
Not a Maserati guy. Sorry.
There are certain Maseratis I don't hate, but I don't love either.
No, I'm good. Don't care for them.
I didn't even know this was a twin turbo, but whatever, it's fine.
It's a bi-turbo. It's bi.
Bi and twin are the same thing.
No, I was making a funny
I
joke.
get it.
But
yeah, I was
get
about
it.
to say. I assure you, sir, they are not the same thing.
I understand. I get where you're going with it. That's a good looking engine, though. Not bad. Anyway, next one is a Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
Nice.
There you go, JDM.
I like that.
Yeah.
Chris, you like these as well?
Yeah, the best car to use in Gran Turismo too.
Yes, it is.
One of them, absolutely.
It's a good car.
I've always liked the 3000 GTs.
I definitely like the 3000 GT a hell of a lot better than the Dodge Stealth.
Oh yes. That was an early collaboration.
Yeah, the VR4 of this car. Yeah, you couldn't really fuck with that one too much.
A lot of people don't really realize that the collaboration between manufacturers go back that far. It was like early fucking 90s.
Oh yeah.
Eagle Talon, Mitsubishi Eclipse, Plymouth Laser. Oh my god, I'm fucking deep cutting here.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
My buddy had a Eagle Talon Turbo. It was cool.
And this one's not quite as old as those, but you remember the fucking Toyota Matrix and the Pontiac Vibe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What do we got next? What do
Absolutely.
we got
This
next?
one's cool though.
I like
Yeah, these are cool. Yeah, it's a decent. It's a
Yeah,
good
those
looking vehicle.
yeah,
It
those
still
are
looks good.
badass.
It
Yeah,
still
yeah,
looks
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
For that age of a car,
I
it still
honestly
looks
think
good.
I think these were way before their time.
I
I
agree.
really do. Lotus Esprit,
Man,
That's
I've
a cool
fucking
always
car.
wonderful car.
I've always loved those cars. man.
Absolutely beautiful vehicles. Now, like the earlier versions weren't as good looking. They had a 4-cylinder and they were just kind of crappy. But the like the O2 Esprit with the big V8, absolutely, they were still turbocharged. And
4-cylinder. I like it.
I mean, just
It
like
looks
that
really-
one in the picture right there is.
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
gorgeous.
These were the
That's a
later
gorgeous
ones.
car.
Really, really good looking vehicles. I would own one today. Honestly.
Oh yeah, I would too. I wouldn't mind having one in red. I've seen a red one before. They're just phenomenal looking cars.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Dad wanted one for a while. Obviously, he wasn't going to buy one because he's all talk.
hmm
But love you, Dad.
Yeah, he does definitely go through phases of I'm gonna get a this, and then he doesn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. You remember when he was going to tub out the Suburban?
Do you remember
Yeah.
when he was gonna buy a? You remember when he was gonna buy a Saturn SL1 and fucking fix it up?
Absolutely, I do. No. It was an SW2. He wanted a wagon.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It was a wagon. I had
Yep.
the wrong. I
He
had
wanted
the wrong.
he wanted the dual overhead cam wagon,
Yeah.
and we were going to make a fucking drag vehicle out of that
Yeah.
shit.
I'm sorry. I had my
Thank God
Alpha.
it's not Father's Day. Shit. You just
I
shit
had
it
all
over
my,
your
uh,
head.
he
I
would.
had
he-
all
he-
my.
hey, He'd be right in here talking shit along with us.
I had all my
Hard.
alphanumeric shit turned around. My bad.
Yeah. It's confusing. Fuck alphanumeric.
Sometimes it
Fuck
does.
your alphanumeric shit.
Yeah.
Automotive manufacturers, Ferrari 288 GTO,
Yes.
fantastic vehicle.
Those are great cars.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
Classic.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love that.
This was the predecessor for the F40, and we all know the ridiculous asshole beast the F40 was. So this was a fitting
Now was the
kind of precursor to the F40.
yeah. Now was the Magnum PI? You know, because you remember Mom used to watch that show when we were kids. He had a 308, didn't he?
I believe it was a 308.
308. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't pay a lot of attention to it, but I think it was.
I'm pretty sure it was a 308. Yeah.
Was it Miami Vice that had the Testarossa?
Testarossa. Yep.
Yes, Miami Vice was Testarossa. Magnum
And that was
PI.
that. I like that. I like the Testarossa. In white.
I
Testarossa
did
was
too. I loved it.
Testarossa was insane. It was
Yeah.
a beautiful
and
vehicle.
it really looked good. It looked good in white.
I've seen multiple Testarossas in person. They're incredible. I'm gonna look up my Magnum PI car real quick.
Could have swore it was a 308. I think it was.
Just real quick. Yep, 308 GTS.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
You are correct. Like I said, this 288 GTO, incredible car, absolutely incredible. Like I said, precursor to the F40, and the F40 was for the time
It's a beautiful car.
incredibly insane car.
Okay, and here's a question for you, Bob, because I remember you had your little pop-up headlight episode that you did twice. You know, one audio only and one video. What do you think about all the excessive lights on the front end of this car? Because you know it's got the pop-up headlights.
Yep.
Then you got your turn signals. Then you got these massive fucking fog lights down here on the front.
Now, it actually doesn't. It works because they're all probably have their own function. They're probably fog lights, they're probably driving lights, and then you have the pop-up headlights. It doesn't bother me, honestly. It works.
Yeah.
It doesn't look off. It doesn't look bad. It does look a little bit busy, but
yeah.
like I said, it works.
Yeah, because Ferrari,
okay with it.
because Ferrari front ends usually are a little bit more sleek than that.
I think
Yeah,
it looks good.
they're more fluid. They're cleaner.
I like it.
I do
For
like
for
this.
the time of car. It's perfect.
Exactly.
You can't
Yeah,
beat
Exactly.
it.
This is mid to late 80s. This is a new design. I'm good with it.
Yeah,
I'm good with it. So yeah.
God, it looks so fucking good.
Look,
I
I
know,
mean, this
it's absolutely ridiculous. Well, fuck. I screwed that up. Anyway,
So,
okay, this
fairly easy.
is we're focusing on the 300ZX,
Yeah,
but
the
it's
Fair
next
Lady,
to
Fairly
the
easy.
later 3000 GT. Both are twin turbo.
Yes, they are.
I like the 300. I honestly, I really like the 300. I never cared for the 280, the 240, like the Datsuns and all that
Oh
stuff.
my god, you just fucking destroyed everybody.
I'm sorry. I never cared for them. I never cared for the look of them. This was the first Z car from Nissan that I actually really cared for.
Yeah, I had
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sergio. You don't have to agree with
The
me.
fucking Datsun.
I've just never been a big fan.
The first Skyline was the same style as
I've
a
just
Datsun.
never been a big fan.
You drop a SR20 in that shit. Ooh, boy.
No, I've just never been a huge fan.
I had a guy that I used to work with at Interco who had a red 300ZX, and one day at lunch we were fucking around and we got in it, and it was like not long after he got it, and we went out to, because we just worked down the bypass there, so we went into Mount Pleasant off this little side road that he knew about, and he fucking hammered that thing down, got the fucking ass end all doing this shit, and just fucking gunned it.
So it was a turbo?
Oh yeah, it was a twin
Yeah.
turbo. Oh yeah, that
Because they made a non-turbo version.
no,
for-
his was
those
a
of you
twin
that don't
turbo
know.
version. Oh yeah,
yeah.
and he told me if you crack a headlight, they were $500 each. So
I believe that. What was it? A 3-liter?
Yes, I believe.
Okay, so they did a 3-liter non-turbo and a 3-liter twin turbo. Believe the 300 came to market in what, 90? 89, 90?
I think so. I believe it was 90.
I believe it was 90 also. One of the coolest things about the 300 was it retained T-tops.
Yes, it did.
T-tops are fucking awesome. They always have been and they always will be. And I really appreciate that. I don't know. It was just such a departure from the 280 and the 240. I don't know. The 280 wasn't bad, I guess.
Well, a lot of people took the 280 and dropped that SR20 motor in it, and that made a big difference.
Obviously.
Yeah, it made a big difference.
there's somebody who lives in my neighborhood, and you've probably seen the car when you were staying with Danny. If as you're driving down the road towards Danny's house, you go down the little hill there, and on the right hand side, there's a fucking driveway in our neighborhood that's got a 280 SX just sitting there in the driveway. Have you seen it?
I don't remember, but probably.
Yeah. It's in
Yeah,
the neighborhood because every time I take the dog for a walk, I walk by that house. I'm like, this guy's sitting on probably a gold mine if he ever decided to sell that car.
Wait, is that the same house with the Fiero?
No, the Fiero is the other way. Like if you leave my driveway and take a left and go down towards Danny's house, it's on the right. No, the guy who has the Fiero and the Firebird, you take a right out of my driveway and he's on the left headed out of the neighborhood.
Okay.
Because yeah,
I've probably seen it.
Yeah, so that other guy you're talking about, he's got a Firebird and a Fiero GT, and the Fiero GT looks slick.
Yeah.
I don't know what shape the Firebird is in, but his Fiero looks nice.
Who knows? Anyway, 3000 or 300ZX as that one. That's the interior, I guess. JDM. There you go. Toyota Supra, obviously, it's the MK4.
Yes.
It's one of the.
That is the last Supra ever built.
It's the legitimate.
Last Supra ever built. The MK98, last Supra ever built.
Especially in that livery right there.
If you fucking tell me the new MK4.
No. I hate the new Supra.
That's a BMW Z4.
Fuck that new Supra.
That's just
it's a
horrendous.
piece of fucking shit. It's ugly. It's garbage. No. I'm just trying to find the words to describe this car because it's so iconic. It's just Fast and the Furious. Say what you want about that franchise. If you love it or hate it, it fucking made this car globally.
Dude, you could have bought one of those cars for about 15 to 20,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Fast and Furious came out.
That's what I'm saying.
Took it to 80 grand.
That's exactly what I'm talking
100.
about. That fucking movie franchise blew this car out of the fucking just universe.
It's limited run. Scroll down to the years.
It's incredible.
I think it looked
93 to 02. I don't even think they ran that long.
No,
actually.
they stopped in
97,
98 in US. In Japan, they kept going to 2000.
maybe in Japan.
But in 98, I believe was the last year they had it here in the U.S.
Yeah, it was like 97, 98. This car
God, I love that fucking
is it's immediately recognizable. You don't even have to be a car person to know what this is.
car. Mm-mm.
Like, you could be a 7-year-old that has never seen a vehicle, and you would know what this is. I'm exaggerating, but
No,
Well, I guarantee you, Danny's kids know what it is.
yeah,
absolutely.
it's got a 2JZ in there, man.
It's
Twin
just
turbo.
incredibly iconic. Like, it's one of the most well-known vehicles to ever have left Japan, period.
The block is so strong on those cars that when they soup them up, they drop the big single T88 ball bearing turbos in that shit. They leave the block stock. They don't do
believe
nothing, and they can push like 1,800 horsepower off a stock.
I believe
block.
it. That's what I'm saying.
Like
They-
it's freaking
that's-
ridiculous.
and that's the reason, when Japanese cars started coming over here, that's the reason our vehicles had to improve drastically.
yeah, they shitted all over fucking all American products.
what I'm
because
talking
their
about.
Cars were better built.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's
It's
look
just
at that.
it's an incredibly well built, well received, well recognized vehicle. And
I don't like that color, but yeah,
the interior's the interior's stupid, but
fucked up. That's
Mercedes
another great car.
CL600. This is a retarded car. It's a V12 twin turbo,
Yeah, that's a good car.
giant coupe. That's just incredible. First one from Germany we talked about. I like a lot of Mercedes. I like some BMWs, but as I've talked about on this podcast, the majority of the people that drive them are pieces of shit.
Who, Mercedes?
Mercedes, BMW, and Porsche. They're all pretentious douchebags.
Well, you do. I'm not like in the same camp as you as far as like BMW, Mercedes, but you do know my favorite Mercedes though, and it should be on this list, actually, shouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
What, a CLK?
Mm-mm.
What is it?
He knows the one. He
Your
knows
favorite,
the one I'm talking
your
about.
favorite Mercedes or your favorite BMW?
Or BMW? Yeah, BMW. Sorry,
I was gonna
sorry.
say, yeah, I
so
know,
favorite BMW.
absolutely, 100% know your
Which one
favorite.
is it?
We'll go through the list, and if it's on it,
I think I know.
If
It's one of the rare ones. isn't
if
it?
it's on it, I'll point it out to Sergio.
Yeah,
I think
I was
know
gonna
which
say your favorite Mercedes. You've never.
yeah.
even-
I had the
Like what?
wrong. I'm looking at a Mercedes, and I said Mercedes. Yeah,
I know. Yes, I know exactly.
one.
I know what you're talking about.
Exactly what BMW popped in my head when you said that.
We'll see if it
Okay.
matches. We'll see if it
Okay.
matches. If it's not on this list, we'll talk about it.
Okay,
Same. All right. So this is
it's the same one. It's a convertible.
it's a hard top convertible.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Meh. Next.
It's fine. Bentley. This is a Mulsanne. No, Orange T. Ridiculous fucking car. 6.75
about
liter V8 turbos.
I
I
don't
love
like the
it.
body style too much on this
I-
one.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's an old. Well, it's a not old, not modern, but it's like
The Queen rides in that.
yes, absolutely.
It's yeah.
Yes, that's something that the Queen rides around in. Doesn't have any fun, but could if she really wanted to.
It's got balls. The car's got balls.
Big balls. It's got like 800 fucking foot-pounds of torque. It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Bentleys are known for their torque, and it's incredible, like the amount of torque that they made back in the mid late 90s, early 2000s. It's just nuts, fucking incredible. I like these things. I really do. I could never afford one, obviously, but 6.5 liter turbo V8. And that's just a really strange 6.75 liters. Who the hell?
has 3/4 of a liter.
Right. Right. Why would you include the 5? Just call it 6.7 liter.
They were like, let's fuck the game up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just be
Call it
that
a
different.
day.
Let's be those douchebags.
Yeah, just round it up to 6.8.
Right. Even that. I mean, Jesus. At 6.75, yeah, you have to round up to the nearest decimal. That's how math works, right?
Yeah, pretty
Mhm.
much.
All right. So
Yep.
the next one is the Maserati.
Oh, what a fucking
Um,
shit car.
In this country, they just call it the Maserati Coupe.
It's fucking ugly.
Oh, it was terrible. It was a terrible car. It made no fucking horsepower for a sports car.
You know what car looks
was like
better than that?
320 horse. What?
The Chevy Monza.
Shut up. Talk about beat a dead horse. Chevy Monza.
Dude,
Oh my
it's
God.
a great car. That is shit. Chevy Monza's great. I'm just saying.
It isn't.
Yes,
No.
it is.
No, it's not. It used to be, maybe, but it's
If you
not
gave
now.
me a
No.
fucking choice between that or Chevy Monza, I'm picking the fucking Chevy Monza.
Well,
That is fucking horrendous.
it-
Yeah, see, you can't even talk because that shit is fucking horrendous.
What the hell? Ah. I guess it depends on what you're gonna.
Listen, it's junk. I
Hello?
won't even let you talk about the fucking
Hello.
car.
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Not now. Now I can hear you. Now I can't.
I think my microphone wire is taking a shit, but I guess it depends on what you're going to use it for.
No, it doesn't. It's fucking horrendous.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on then because this is PG.
Even your
It is.
mic-
It is.
even your mic said no. We're not going to even let you talk about it.
It is a complete piece of shit. Yeah, so we're gonna move on. Even look at the
God,
interior.
fucking that is
Ugh,
horrendous,
garbage.
dude.
Just garbage. Okay.
Oh,
okay. This is definitely something we're gonna talk about, and not a lot of you might know about this vehicle.
All this horsepower, not enough room to gallop.
All right. All right, Bruce Almighty.
He spreads that shit like the Red Sea, man.
Okay, so for those of you that are not from America, this is called the Selena 7, and Celine is they're not a car manufacturer per se. The company initially started as they would modify Mustangs. And
Yeah, so these aren't so these popular. I don't know what I'm trying to say. These are not Fords.
No, definitely not Fords.
Right.
These are their first attempt at a their first all original production vehicle, if you will. It's from the ground up, designed by Celine. It's their own vehicle. They're not modified vehicles. They didn't take a chassis and just throw a body over it. This is a 100% original design from Celine. It's mid-engine, rear drive, full carbon fiber bodied. When they first came out, they did not have twin turbos. They just had a what the hell engine did they have? I don't remember what engine they used. I want to say a 7.
Oh, go back to that fucking
No. Wait a minute.
7-liter.
7-liter V8. I was gonna say that 7-liter
Twin
V8.
turbo.
And I think it made 550 horsepower, which is decent.
Did that have a sequential gearbox in it? Can you go back
I
to the
don't
interior?
think so. I don't think so. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Everything was I want to say built in house, minus maybe the engine.
That is a fucking beautiful car.
God damn it! Don't quote me on any of this that I'm talking about because I don't know any of this is fact.
I think that whole car was hand built.
But I want to say everything was built in house. I want to say the body's carbon fiber. But yeah, no, that is not a sequential gearbox.
It fucking looks like one.
I don't think it is. 7-liter V8 is what it started at, 550 horse. I did get that right. And then a few years after they made their initial debut, they threw 2 turbos onto it and made 750 horsepower.
Damn,
and it hit 248
God,
miles an
man.
hour. Absolutely. And apparently they had 1,000 horsepower version.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people actually paid for that. I wonder how many people actually paid for that. How many 4 figures Celine S7s were rolling around? I wonder.
That's a good question, and
wonder.
I wouldn't really mind knowing how many people spent the money for that either.
Because, I mean, you know, they started out with 550. Like I say, that's a pretty good baseline. And then they threw the twin turbos in it to bump it up to 750. I wonder
Mhm.
how many people who are like, you know what? 750 is just not quite enough. You know what I mean? Because you know there are people out there who are like, nah, fuck it. If I can get 4 figures, I'm going to. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are people out there that you know. Sir,
Sorry, I was looking at what
no.
kind
You're good. I'm gonna change wires. So talk for a minute.
of. Okay, I was just trying to see what kind of transmission it had in it. Well, fucking. That's your fault, not mine. Do. I just wanted to see if it had a sequential in it or not. You gotta be. You have fucking 5 glasses of that fucking Maker's Mark, bro? Jesus, dude.
hell, never mind. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and podcast.
Final drive had a limited slip at 3.7. Yeah, just a regular 6-speed. That's fucking crazy. Let me see this. Because I want to look at that interior. Where was the fucking
maybe
interior?
it's in the maybe it's in the next slide because there's 17 slides total. So or there's 17 cars and 35 slides. I think if you take the next slide to the right, you may get the shot of the interior.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah. Oh my God. Look at that, dude.
Look at how deep those bucket seats are too.
That is like a work of art. You can see the carbon fiber at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, this was back in 2005 too. So I mean,
yeah, just the technology that this thing had. Top speed of 248 miles an hour. Wow, that's fucking crazy. 750 horsepower. That is beautiful. Can you imagine them doing one of these with all the technology we have now? Like
oh man,
oh my God, that'd be ridiculous.
that's
They could
I
do like
mean,
fully exposed carbon fiber. Body.
Well, and the funny thing is I mean, you can even see, I mean, you can see the carbon fiber that they used. They would probably use 50% more carbon fiber now, and 1,000 horsepower would probably be the fucking like baseline at this point.
That would be amazing.
Okay, check.
Yeah, we got you.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks. My equipment failed.
Yeah, Baker's Mark fucked them up.
There.
No, my equipment failed.
Been there. That's the beauty of podcasting live. We do it every fucking week.
Right.
I was just telling Chris, can you imagine if they did one of these now with all the technology we have now?
Oh, it's insane.
Like full car.
Yeah, you're talking 17. You're talking 17 years ago on this car.
I don't even want to fucking imagine. It's just incredible.
It would be amazing.
Absolutely incredible. All right, so moving on. Mazda RX-7.
Oh,
fucking another icon from Japan.
Fucking crazy motor.
Absolutely crazy. Tiny little fucking rotary engine.
That was really
turbos.
That was really the only body style RX-7 I really cared for.
Yeah, it's the only one I liked. But
absolutely.
Dude, there's some of those rotary engines that are pushing like 1,200, 1,300 horsepower.
Oh, incredible horsepower.
Mind blowing.
Incredible horsepower out of such a small little piece of machinery.
Like,
it's incredible.
Dude,
what they're capable of. Like General Motors tooled around with rotary engines and putting them in the Corvette.
That would have been a disaster for them.
Why they didn't, I don't really know. But I mean, you know, the Corvette became an icon, so I'm not going to argue. But they did toy around with putting a rotary engine in the Corvette, but I just didn't work out. But in this thing, it absolutely worked out. It's a 1.3 liter rotary motor, tiny motor, but it's the capability. is what's
it's just
incredible.
iconic, man. It's just a great.
Yeah, the capability is
car.
what's incredible. Like Sergio said, upwards of 12, maybe even 1,500 horsepower.
On a built rotary motor. Dude,
Absolutely.
You know
Absolutely.
that is just mind blowing.
It is. It really is. The only downfall of the rotary is the complexity, and there's not a lot of people that know how to work on them.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like the people who do know how to do it, it's like art, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and
They know their shit.
and it's incredibly expensive because
They
it's a specialty. It's a 100% specialty. You have to know what you're doing. But it's an incredible car. It's a beautiful
God, it still
car.
looks good.
It's a
Still
beautiful
looks good.
vehicle. And we're starting to see them pop up in Nashville for sale. JDM, right-hand drive. What, 50, 60 grand,
That's not bad.
Chris?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I can't remember I'll have to look because I know that there is and I can't remember the name of the damn dealership right off the top of my head, but I know I sent you the link for it once and some screenshots.
Duncan Motorsports.
That's what it is. Yeah. But yeah, they've got cars like this. They've got those. They don't have the MK4 Supras, but they've got like the Super RZs.
They do. They've started getting them.
Oh, have they? Okay, the last time I was on the website, the only Supra that I saw was like the RZ, which is no slouch of a Supra either. But I mean, you can get these, and so yeah, they are for sale here. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of these. I've seen a couple Supras. They're getting Skylines, not our 34s. All the fucking crazy ones, but they're starting to get some over here.
I saw an R32 in Franklin a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I've seen 32s, 33s.
I knew a little Chinese kid that we used to run back with in the day. He actually had an R33 and two R34s.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy. All right, Vector W8.
Yes.
This is a complete fucking Gran Turismo car.
That looks like a Hot Wheels car.
It really, really does.
I like the W12,
but it was a real thing.
I like the W12 better, but
I do too. And I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be on this list. But this is one of them.
But talk about if you had one. You talk about turning heads if you had one of these motherfuckers.
Oh
yeah, because nobody knows what the fuck that is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What the hell?
It looks like a crazy kit car with a Fiero fucking V6 under the hood, but no, absolutely not. It had a 6-liter.
It's the DeLorean from the future.
Had a 6-liter V8. No, not even that. Not even. But yeah, it's a crazy car. Vector didn't stick around too long.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they just didn't market themselves very well. I think they were undercapitalized, and they just didn't market themselves well. They didn't have the investors, and whatever. I'm speculating, obviously. I don't know, but
I don't know. First time I've seen one. So.
They just didn't stick around very long. The only reason you, Chris, the only reason I even know these exist is video games.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Shot?
Yeah.
Period. That's the only reason that I even know that they exist. So
yep, very same.
We're not even going to dwell on
it. Look at that. Look at that rear end, man.
That actually is cool. The rear end is pretty cool.
It's definitely different from anything that was around in 89, 93. Very unique. It did have, I
would love to see what the interior looked like.
The Lambo style doors, it had all that bullshit, but I don't know.
No, they don't fucking have an interior.
Porsche 959.
Great car.
Absolutely a great car.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic. Very, very rare.
It is very rare. Very
super
expensive.
Rare. Very expensive.
I think they're over $1 million now.
In 86 to 93, there were multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, to compete with the 40.
Yeah,
I was about to say, weren't they like
buy one now? Yeah, it's $1 million.
That's exactly what it was for. It was to compete with the F40.
Yeah. I was gonna say, weren't they like $400K brand new back then?
I want to say it was around that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scroll down. Yeah.
145 euros. That's euros.
That's like
in 87.
Actually, I think that's 145,000 pounds.
Well, either way,
145,000 pounds euros. I think that is like 300.
Either way, euros or pounds in 87. Their money was nowhere near ours. at that time.
I think
So
that-
it was
I-
probably
yeah.
it was probably between 300 and 400 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I want to say, yeah.
That's such a fucking
pretty
great
sure
car,
you're
though.
right there, Serge.
But I
Whoa,
think they're
scroll
selling for
scroll
like
back
$1
scroll
million.
back down for a second. There was some which was said to be less than half what it cost Porsche to actually build one. So they were losing 100% on each one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
shit.
a lot of these supercar manufacturers, when they build these ultra like crazy hypercars and their supercar, they're losing money on them. That's not their bread and butter. That's not where they're making their money. You know, they're making their money with the 911 or the 488 or the Huracan. That's where they're making their money. They're not making their money with the SVJ or the fucking LaFerrari or that bullshit. They're probably losing money on those.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're making the money is their bread and butter, where the upper middle class or the lower upper classes can afford their vehicles. So yeah, this they lost money, absolutely.
But I think it was still worth it that they made that car because
Absolutely.
Even back in the mid to late 80s, early 90s, which was the lifespan of that car. I mean, you couldn't fuck with that car.
Actually,
there was very few things that could.
Actually, and
I mean, I know there were things that could, but those were few and far between.
That's fine. But for those of you watching that want to talk shit about American vehicles, the Buick GNX.
Right, of course.
Fuck you. That was the fastest car on the planet in 1989.
I want to see if it's on this list because
Right.
I was thinking about that car. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen it. Why wouldn't it not be on this list?
It might be.
Because that was a fucking great car.
It might be.
If it's,
I just wanted to bring that up.
If it's not, fuck this list.
I just wanted to bring that up.
Right. Now we scroll fast. Now we just gotta fucking see.
All right. And we're already over 2 hours. I don't give a shit. We're going through this whole goddamn list.
Fuck the
fucking
Volvo.
Volvo. Fuck you. I'm not even going to talk about
Skyline.
Volvo. Skyline R32. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's legit. It's a legit car. It's absolutely legit.
2.6 liter twin turbo.
Yeah.
Oh
All-wheel
my
drive. Just fucking a great vehicle. Great vehicle.
I still love the way that looks.
All the fucking Skylines are sick. All of them. I don't even care. The fucking early 50s with the
Datsun,
the rear view mirrors on the fucking hood.
Datsun.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
I
yeah.
love that shit. That was
so cool. It's cool as shit. Anyway, moving on. Porsche. This is the roof.
The roof.
That's a good car.
The roof CTR. Okay. So for people in this country that don't know, roof. Yes, it looks like rough, but it's pronounced roof. This is an aftermarket modifier of Porsches. They take regular Porsches and they improve them. Horsepower wise, they upgrade the brakes, the suspension, the wheels, all that bullshit.
Kind of like what Celine would do with Mustangs.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And what
Not quite as well, but
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean they actually massively improved on Porsche.
Look at the size of those back tires.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
In the late 80s, those width tires were pretty unheard of. But we're not going to dwell on that because fuck it. Oh, it's a Vauxhall. That's what the fucking cover car was, a Vauxhall, which is pretty much a fucking
ugly ass car.
I don't.
Yeah, they're Opals. Yeah,
Vauxhall, Opel, fucking.
Dude, no.
Yeah. They're not the most attractive vehicles ever.
Have you ever seen one?
They got the headlight wipers.
Yes, yes, they do, and they probably have the washers as well.
Oh yeah, probably.
Absolutely. No, I've never seen an actual Vauxhall in person.
Neither have I.
Never.
And we probably never.
That's
will.
because they're British only. They were only sold in Britain. I want to say they're only sold in Britain, but they're pretty much, it was a GM brand for.
Definitely not super ugly as far as like English cars go for the time, especially for the time.
Yeah.
And certain current models, definitely not as ugly. I would take this over a Kia Soul, a Nissan Juke, a Pontiac Aztec, a Honda Element. Can I fucking keep going?
Chevy Monza.
Yeah. Yes. That too, motherfucker. Oh my God. This is far better than that. And it's 20 years older.
Okay, yeah, I'll
30
probably take
years
that
older.
too. Okay.
Fuck. I would take this in a heartbeat. It's all-wheel drive. It has a turbo.
2 of them. That's why it's on
5.2
the
to
list.
60. 5.2 to 60 in 90.
170,
That's kicking.
176 miles an hour.
Exactly. That's fucking kicking, bro.
That's pretty cool.
That's kicking.
Pretty
And that's
cool.
because the Europeans aren't pussies like we are over here.
Wait a
We
minute.
have to fucking limit
Wait.
bullshit. Trust me, a 3.6 straight six over here with twin turbos. Oh, well, we have to limit that to 130 because that's unsafe. Fuck you. Fuck you, bro.
That actually says slide 35 of 35. Are we at the end of the fucking list already? Was there shit that we skipped?
Wait, what?
No, that was it.
Oh no.
Get the
No,
fuck.
that's all.
That's the end of the list.
Yeah, that's all. Because every car had 2 pictures.
Okay, then
In
yeah.
the words of Chris, fuck this list.
Absolutely. Because I'm about to look up a motherfucking Buick GNX because that car deserves to be on this list. Buick GNX, bitches. And we're about to talk about it. I just typed Buick GNCX.
The computer did it for you. And
I
you
just
have to get it
don't
up.
know how to fucking type.
Well, you had 18 bottles of that fucking thing.
No, I didn't. It's not even half empty,
Look, right there,
asshole.
perfect.
All right. Buick GNX, bitches. This is one of the absolute
man.
most iconic motherfucking cars of the late 80s. And it's beautiful. It's brute fucking force. No bullshit.
That's American muscle, baby.
That's exactly
That's
what the
American
fuck
muscle.
it is. That's exactly what it is.
That
It's-
definitely screams
this-
America.
This is the last hurrah for American muscle as it was intended as it was intended to be.
That car's got
And
balls.
And it
looks
doesn't
like
even have a fucking V8. It has a turbocharged V6.
And it
Dude.
looks like it can kick your ass just sitting
Sinister
there.
as fuck, bro. It
Look
looks
at that.
like
Just look at the front end. It looks like it's
it does.
fucking
It looks like
frowning
it wants
at
to fuck you up.
Dude, you sit in that car and you grow hair chest.
No, it does.
Chest hair.
It looks like it wants to beat your ass
That
for
shit is-
no fucking reason,
No,
bro.
seriously.
For
all
no
jokes aside,
reason.
that is like
For absolutely no reason.
Buick's best car ever built.
All it is, this is literally a Buick Regal on fucking steroids.
Yeah.
It's the best car Buick has ever built.
Period.
Yeah.
There's
Fucking period. This
I don't even
was-
really think it's even up for a debate.
This was a point in time where people just didn't give a shit. People wanted
before all the restrictions.
fast as fuck cars. This was after the fuel crisis and before fuel injection, and just Buick for some reason grew a giant fucking set of balls and took a Buick Regal, because that's exactly what it is, the body obviously, and they took a Grand National turbocharged engine and put even bigger balls on it. And they just made the fastest car in the world. Period.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's what it was. It beat anything. It literally beat anything from Italy. No, nothing from Japan could fuck with it. Nothing from Germany could mess with. Nothing, even from this country. The Corvette couldn't even fuck with
That
the,
and
the
see, I was about
GNX.
to, and I was about to say
Nothing.
that's the crazy thing. This was
Nothing.
the fast. It was the fact because like you say, all right, well, GM put out the fastest car on the planet in 1987. You'd be like, oh, you mean the Corvette, right? No, no.
Nope.
No.
This was a back in the day, Motor Trend, Car and Driver, Road and Track. Those were legitimate journalistic magazines, automotive magazines. This was the fastest car on the planet.
Dude, it's a fucking beast.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a box on fucking. It's a steel box on wheels.
And you know what
And it
made
was
this car
still-
even crazier? Fast and Furious even blew it up even more.
It was still the fastest car on the planet.
When
A Buick.
when Toretto was driving that,
A Buick.
dude.
And do
It's
you
fucking
people?
amazing.
Do you people know what is associated with Buick?
Retirement.
Fucking old people.
Fucking
And that's-
social
They made
security
the
checks.
fastest fucking car on the planet in the late 80s. Old people. Old
Yeah.
fucking people.
Fucking
I
goddamn.
don't really know how to reiterate that fact. Old people.
That's true.
This car is a Buick. A fucking the only thing that would be more surprising if it
was
is
a
it-
Chevy Monza.
No.
Gotcha.
Good point. But no. The only thing that would make it even more ridiculous is if it was an Oldsmobile.
Oh, like if they would have done that to the Toronado or some shit.
Something like that. Something like that. That's
Or-
the
no,
only
not the
thing that would
Toronado.
make it more ridiculous.
Not the Toronado, the fucking. Well, I mean, they tried with the 442, so they could have done it with the Cutlass.
No, that was a Buick.
No, I know.
Buick was a 442.
No, the Cutlass was a 442.
Yeah, it was the Cutlass.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm
Was
saying
the
they. I
Cutlass.
mean, so yeah, they. But yeah, the Cutlass was
Well, the
as-
Regal was always the sports Buick. But yeah,
right, but the
Yeah,
Cutlass
absolutely.
442, the Cutlass 442 was as close as Oldsmobile ever got to this.
yeah.
And the 442 was no slouch either, but it wasn't this.
No.
It was not.
But that was back in the fucking 60s and 70s. This was the late 80s, and for some, like I said, for some fucking crazy reason, Buick just fucking went balls out.
knocked
And
it out.
they
Knocked it out of the park.
They just made a fucking ridiculous car and just beat the fuck out of everybody.
That people still trip over themselves to get to this.
And
day.
they do.
And
It's
they're
such a
pretty rare.
it's such a sought after car. It's very rare.
but you don't really see any of those on the road.
On the road, absolutely.
I don't
not.
think I've ever seen one in person.
Every
I
now
have.
and
I've
then,
seen 'em in
every fucking now and then, you'll see them at a car show. I saw one. We saw one in Chattanooga last year. A legit GNX, not a Grand National, a fucking GNX, and it was pristine, beautiful.
That was the one. That would be the one car I keep 100% original.
This is
You have to. You have
I
to.
wouldn't touch it.
this is my realistic dream car. And I say realistic because it's not a $300,000, $500,000 car.
Yeah, but you're like
It's-
mine's a Ferrari GT. Yeah. I get you.
It's realistic. It's within grasp,
Mhm.
if you will. But it's really not. Because
Not anymore.
they're so rare, they're so sought after, and if you find one in pristine condition, they're gonna go for at least $100,000. They're at least.
Yeah, you're not gonna find one.
The last time I knew one that went for sale at auction, I want to say went for over $100,000.
How much?
I
How
can't-
much is the one in this video right here?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I just randomly pulled this up.
It's a
hang on,
listing
hang
at
on.
yeah. It's definitely.
This was a local car actually.
That was 3 years ago.
This dealership is in
Oh
Laverne.
fuck! Oh yeah, that was old.
This dealership's in Laverne though.
Oh,
Street
for
Tech
real, is
Classics.
it? Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. They're in Laverne. They gouge like crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
because
on a
rare,
well
nobody
on a
has
well
one.
on a car like this, yeah. I mean,
Well, on a car like this, I can maybe see it, but they gouge on shit they shouldn't either. So, but I would probably say 80, 100 because this looks from this picture alone, it looks really, really good. Static, bro.
Yeah, I know.
All
Sorry.
right. But anyway, that's all I've got.
that's a
Oh,
hell of a
it
good.
works,
That's
Gavin.
that's a
Works
good note
great.
to end on. Jesus.
Yeah, that's all I pulled up. Actually, we talked a lot. This is 2.5 hours.
My phone went blowing up for more.
That's all good. It's all good, bro.
It's a good thing I put it on silent because now it would like ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah, mine's on silent too, but mine's over here. But I kind of slacked off on wheel talk, but
We
it's
did
fine.
fucking have wheel talk, baby. That's wheel talk right there.
We talked about plenty.
We talked about some pretty serious wheels for sure.
Dude,
Absolutely.
you want to end it up on a fucked up note? I think the GNX was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful vehicle.
In the words of my homeboy Chris, fuck that list.
That list was bullshit because it didn't include the GNX.
Didn't
Okay.
have it didn't have the
The
GNX on it, and then Sergio, just so you know, my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
The
favorite-
BMW
No, no,
is
no.
the one with the hatchback.
Nope.
The, it was a limited car, rare, 2-door, and
Yep,
it
he
was
knows which one.
it was like
Stop.
it was. I want to say it was like a hatchback. I don't know the name of the car, but I know it had a long bonnet, long front.
850
Short back.
CSI.
Yep.
Okay, that's the
Yep.
one.
That's
Yep.
the one. That's the one.
I
And
knew
that
as
was-
soon
and
as
that
he
was-
said that, it popped in my head. I was
And
like,
that was
that's the fucking
and that
car.
one wasn't on the list either. So like I
No,
say,
it
fuck
wasn't.
that list.
Because it wasn't turbo. That was a V12. Did not
Oh
have a
shit, that's
turbo.
right. Okay.
Had a V12.
That's
Yeah.
right. All right.
But for
Not a turbo.
that car to have the V12 for that year production, that car's fucking amazing.
Absolutely. The car was insane.
But
That is-
but still, how that list doesn't include the GNX? That's fucking criminal.
Oh, it's incredibly insane. It's very biased, and it just shows you that they are
They were all your
uneducated in the.
No, they weren't
And
all
that-
European, but yeah, they weren't all.
No, no, no.
mostly European and Japanese.
That's total bullshit because they call themselves automotive journalists, and they're supposed to know everything that is automotive, and it's just fucking bullshit.
Do you think
total
they even,
bullshit.
Do you think they even know about the Buick?
I don't know, but I might have to email them bastards.
You might after you sober up a little bit. You had fucking.
I
big
don't
glasses.
know. Yeah, I'll get my point across more right now. Fuck them, bastards. You dumb sons of.
Oh, and at the end of the email, in the words of Chris,
We'll talk, bro.
fuck your list.
Well, that and we'll talk, bro. But anyway,
Oh, my God.
this was actually a really long episode. I'm
2
good
hours
with
and
it.
30
I'm good with it. I had a fucking blast.
It was fun.
Both of you fucking assholes. I love you guys. It's fucking fun.
Love you too, man.
Hey,
You never know when I'm gonna video bomb your ass with these admin rights.
you're 100% right.
Damn, that shit's
And it's
funny.
always a surprise, and it's always fucking great. Sergio's here for the foreseeable future. He's having a fucking blast. So
yeah, it's fun, dude.
anytime any of you fucking assholes want to come on here and
Oh,
shoot
yeah.
the shit, I don't fucking care.
I mean, the main reason why I'm not here more often is because usually when your show starts, I'm just getting home and I'm usually getting shit
Fuck.
taken care of. But yeah,
I get it, bro.
So,
I get it. Actually, speaking of that, Wit is gonna come on next week. He has a story. So
oh shit, I want to hear that.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on next week.
Who's Wit? Sorry.
He's a guy I used to work with.
Oh, cool.
He's very, he's a huge car guy.
Awesome.
His parents just bought a C8 Corvette. So he's got some shit to talk about.
Awesome.
So he's
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, he's gonna come on next week. So we're gonna have him on, and it's just gonna be cool. But Chris, thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, man, no problem.
You had such an element to the show. Sergio, you're
I'm your co-pilot, baby.
you're here for good. So
I'm in the backseat watching Shrek and Taco
No,
Bell and
no,
drinking fucking
no,
caramel
motherfucker.
lattes in my Tesla.
You're in
I'm
the
gonna go buy a fucking Tesla
Oh
now.
my god, fuck that. Have fun wrecking, motherfucker.
We should just do it just to do it, just to see if it happens. But no, we should buy one and like test drive it on the property. Just let it drive around on the property, see how fucked up shit can get. You think
Like on its own?
Yeah, you think you'll be able to like drive around the property on its own, like pick a tree. Oh, there's a fucking tree. Let's go this way.
Honestly, I don't think.
Oh, the creek is right here. Let's go this way.
Honestly, I don't think it can. I really don't think it can.
Anybody has a Tesla, we want to try that out. Just bring it over.
Yeah, if you are watching this and you live even semi-close,
Nah, fuck it. Don't worry. I got a trailer. We'll trailer that bitch down.
we want to know. Yeah, we want to know if that's legit. We'll let it drive around the parking lot of my apartment.
No, I
On
want
its own.
to seriously in in the parking lot and then in the field. My field's flat. It might hit a tree or two.
Okay.
If it
Oh,
has the sensors, it should stop the car.
No. The ultimate test is the exit gate to my apartment. Will it stop for that?
It should pick it up.
It should.
If it doesn't, it's.
I don't think it will. Honestly, I don't think it will.
I think I can get my hands on a Tesla.
I don't think it will. All right.
All right,
So
cool.
anyway, until next time, Sergio, Chris, fucking wonderful time. Absolutely. It's just such a good goddamn time. So fun.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, until next time, everybody have fun.
All right, peace.
I gotta.